Good morning and welcome, everyone, or good afternoon if you're in Paris. We're on the East Coast here in the US. I'm Grandmaster Kayden Trofe, excited for game number two in this match between Awonder and Hans.
What's up, everybody? Guys, we're so excited. Hans and A Wonder. I'm a local chess expert and a local reality TV star, Tony Padron. So happy to be here with you guys.
Yeah, this is so Awonder. We're both living in Charlotte, and Awonder has come to play a few times here, and I mean both of these players should be at the Danya Memorial in July. So there's we've already built some excitement for both these players. Fun to watch them. They're both in the top 25 in the world, and just incredibly fun. Oh, Wonder's already at the board. You see that? Is he drinking tea? Trying to get in the zone right now. I
Yeah,
guess.
man. Look at him. He's calm,
Oh,
he's collected, he's getting in the feng shui right now.
Yeah, I that guy's gotta, like, do his hair or something. Like, I know it's chess, I know it doesn't matter, but, man, he looks a little too chilled out. I need more game face of wonder. Man, he's, like, eating chocolate? Okay, okay. So, hopefully we see Hans soon, and we get to see his pregame ritual. Guys, I hope you have your pregame. I know I do. I usually get to the board like 15 minutes early. I get my score sheet,
Oh,
write my
there's
opponent's
Hans.
name. Oh, there's the handshake, little respect before the game.
Oh, they're ready.
Okay,
Oh, wait, we got cheat detection going on? I like to see it.
nice little
Thank
scan.
you. Won that guy.
Yeah, here we have them in the Blitz Society in Paris, which I've never been to. I wish I've been to France, but many years ago, and kind of missed my opportunity. So heard great things. Exciting to see it there. It looks very clean, very nice setup. And okay, so Wonder. Oh, okay, Wonder's got his game face on. Hans. See, Hans, that's what I do. Write the names, get it going,
It's
and
good.
just start the pre-game preparation. Now, the first game they played, I would love to see more action than that first game. It was a good, I'd say, theoretical battle,
It was a
where
lot of trades, what it was.
Yeah, no, yeah. It was a lot of trades, not quite the fighting style. I mean, both these players, I think, have a pretty good willingness to fight, so, uh, I think we should see some better fireworks in this game, too
Okay,
here.
it's with some predictions, Caden. What they Wonder typically play, man? You've played him before. What's his
Look,
opening go-to?
okay, so I've played both these players, but Wonder more recently. I played him this last September, and he hit me with E4. We went for a Sicilian, and it wasn't too bad. The opening went all right for me, and then I just got completely brutally outplayed. Um, but Hans, since I last played him, at least over the board, I definitely know he's changed his openings quite a bit. I remember when I first played Hans back in 2016, he was playing D4, which he obviously is big Italian guy playing that all the time, playing E4. So some opening shifts there. I think when I played Hans in Title Tuesday last time we technically played, it was more of like a Queen's Gambit declined. I played D4. So I I I think Hans. It's really interesting. I don't consider these players, either of them, uh, like they'll fight. They're not going to avoid a fight, but they're also like pretty solid. They're happy to grind out a small advantage. So it can go any direction.
Okay, here's my mark on a Wonder style. He basically goes at these other GMs and says, "Hey, come at me. I'm gonna turtle up for a long time, wait for you to overextend, and then I swing." That's I mean, I've seen him play classical here in Charlotte. I go over, I watch his games. That's what I see him doing. He lets the opponent expand a ton, and I feel like, oh, I wonder you're looking real cramped over there. And then by the time I come back, he's already won the game, and I'm like, what happened? And that's what he
Yeah.
does to people.
Yeah, I wouldn't quite call it turtling up. I think there's some. Oh, wait, we
Oh,
have liftoff. Hold,
no
nothing else
time.
matters.
Okay, I
Okay.
called D4 in the pregame. Let's go.
Oh man, I was incorrect then. And let me make sure my board is refreshed. It's not quite.
Okay, you
Oh,
should
I
just
don't
throw
I
on
had
the
the move.
moves.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Oh, we got knight f6. This could go many directions.
And Queen's Gambit. Okay.
I would not have called this, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. The game is finally starting to click in.
We got Nimzo, Knight F3. Okay, what line
There we
is
go.
Hans gonna go with? I feel like black usually gets the choose the direction of the game in these options.
I would like to see a Queen's Indian personally. I expect D5, but I don't know. I think B6 here would be a good balance between like this positional and fighting game.
Dang, no
Okay, yeah, that
B6,
was,
no B6, D5.
look, I expected D5. I have no illusion about this one. but G3, so a
Oh,
Catalan.
Catalan. Okay.
Okay, this is very very solid typically. What variation are we gonna get of the Catalan here? I
Bishop D7. Bishop D7.
you think I think just a normal bishop out. That's that's the lamest one.
I mean, so like, here's what I'm hearing, because the Catalan's been playing the candidates quite a bit, actually. That most of these Catalan games all feel like draws. Like for sure, black can just equalize every time, is what it feels like.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I want to say Yuri Wei was the Catalan game that I remember, and I don't think that particularly went well for Wei. Yuri could have pressured a little bit, but he was able to sneak out and equalize pretty well. I when I was playing the Queen's Gambit, I used to play the Catalan, and I actually switched to more Ragozin setups. Actually, not because of the solid nature. I didn't hate the solid nature. Hey, Bishop
Ooh, I like
B4, let's
this.
go.
I like
This is
this.
this is a little bit more of a fun, Bishop D2, likely, and then Bishop drops back. And yeah, because White actually does want this square for their knight in many positions, this Bishop move is actually a bit of an annoyance. So this was one of the annoying variations. I didn't quite enjoy this Bishop D2 for the solid nature, but that wasn't the worst. Why I actually stopped playing the Catalan was because of some of these D take C4 ones where black does pick up that pawn. It just became annoying to get the right counterplay, the right compensation for that pawn, and I was getting into a lot of these fights that I didn't like personally. So we'll see. Hans is pausing. There's also like an A5 line. I
Ooh,
think it's
A5, I think that's exciting. By the way, for those of you
A5
asking
here.
in the chat, this is FIDE rated. I mean, this is a legit match. They got checked, it's rated, there's risk on the line. They're playing for a lot of stuff besides just the $10,000 going to charity, which is huge.
Yeah, yeah, it's I mean and also as mentioned earlier, both these players in the top 25. So a huge result here across 12 games and that could slingshot one of them, even higher in that list, which could mean invites to tournaments over the other player because now you've set yourself apart.
Actually, just for the hype, Kaden, tell me, Hans is a bit higher on that rating list between these two. Theoretically, if Hans were to win all the games, does he pass
All the
world
games.
champion Gukesh in the ratings? I think he's close.
Pretty sure he would pass world champion Gukesh in the ratings, yes.
Oh, guys, that's exciting. Guys, there's again, stakes are high. I want to see it, man. Big stuff going on.
Yeah, so the cool thing about this time control and it being rated, FIDE announced, I don't know how long ago it was now, but probably like a couple of months, this new ability to do the 60 plus 30, or I think it's 45 plus 30 time controls with approval. And I think it's a super exciting direction. It's super exciting to see this match. Because me, like as someone that doesn't play as much classical, I think it's a dream to have shorter time controls. I think it's fun. I think it's engaging. Honestly, at these longer time controls, at this point, I'm a bit of a blitz and bullet. Like that's my focus. That's what I enjoy. And so when it gets too long, I admittedly it's less exciting for me. So these faster time controls as they become more popular. And to me, I think this is the first time I really have seen a big tournament or big match using this time control. In a sense, I think it's a bit revolutionary.
Okay, Kaden, we gotta talk about this chess. What is Rook C1? That's a very like I don't see that a lot in the Catalan.
Yeah, so this Rook C1 move, I remember looking at a bunch of different moves myself in these positions, and Rook C1, I will say it's very hard to explain the reasoning behind this, but it's a patient move. I remember correctly, it even opens the door for like some bishop E1s because
Bishop E1.
you want to bring this knight to D2, so putting this bishop, still covering this diagonal, works. This bishop doesn't really want to go to e3. That's just blocked. F4, it gets harassed by knight h5 all the time. Bishop g5, you're just going to get annoyed by h6 because you really don't want to trade this bishop. So sometimes it can find this weird home on bishop e1. But rook c1's also just a patient move. Like you're putting pressure down here, saying black, like you have to make moves. And in the meantime, like, what are you going to do? And I feel like this is more of the approach we're seeing from Awonder. Like, he's playing a3, right? Like, he's rook c1, a3. Like, go ahead. What are you doing? And then we might see like a b3 to solidify c4 because the annoyance with playing knight c3 is this d takes c4. You're stopping the protection of like a queen takes c4 in a lot of cases. So we could also see
Mm.
like a b3. Now,
Now I gotta
anticipating.
tell you, dude, this rook c1, bishop e1 stuff is pretty wild. Like I agree with Levy that sometimes these super GMs play these moves and there's 1000s watching and we're just like, what is happening? Like don't play like this. This is strange chess.
Yeah, it's oh man. This is actually a great lesson not just for top games, but also for just trusting Stockfish. Like you see these moves and if you don't understand the reason behind them, then it's very like it could almost make your chess worse. It's like I tried to play bishop e1 and it was really bad. I don't get it. Shouldn't the bishop be fantastic here?
Yeah,
There is
that's
this
gonna be
line.
you guys.
That's, there's this line. If black does play knight e4, we do see bishop e1 is the most played move here. B6 is the most common move by black, and now you see a c takes d5 where the pressure hits. Whoa, wait, am I? No, it's okay. We're still the live is a3. Hans is thinking in this position, but b6 take. And what would the point be here? What are we trying to?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't like this for black already. Not in this line. I think the 94 line, that looks a lot more exciting and in Hans's style. Kind of going for a Dutch stone wall defense with F5. I hope it goes that way actually.
Yeah. Um, okay, I'm trying
This seems
to.
like ideal for white for what they were wanting.
Okay, but do you want to? Because I think 94 makes sense if you play f5, because otherwise this knight's just gonna get immediately targeted through something to d2. Like I imagine, is this true? Can we go knight d? Maybe you. No, there's some funny stuff. Like you could drop the knight back to d6
Oh, he
and
played a move.
continue this patient game. Back to live. Oh, he did play 94. 94 does look like it's on the board.
Yes, let's
Okay.
go.
So
That's
you're
the fight
correct.
we want.
You're correct. He's more in his style.
I want
Uh
F5. I want knight f6 in the board. Like
yeah.
I want to see
That's
it.
what makes it interesting is he does have this flexibility of going for something like this or being patient. I personally am not usually a fan of F5. I like the one time I tried this in a classical game, this type of setup myself, I got an awful position. So maybe I just don't understand it, but it definitely would be more fighting.
What's not to understand? It's aggressive. It's like the Dutch. It's fighting. Okay, you just played it wrong, Caden. I don't know what to tell you. This is good. This is good. This is good for the exciting
Uh,
chess.
yeah. I'm a little surprised at the hesitancy from a wonder. I mean, it must mean that this is the first move he didn't prepare for. The other moves have been prep. He's been playing it quickly. And I say I'm surprised by this because to me, in my head, like this is just the point of playing Rook C1 is to play Bishop E1. So it feels a little automatic, but maybe he's also saying like, why put my bishop back here? Maybe I will try to play Bishop F4 since there's no Knight H5. Or maybe he's gonna go crazy and give up this bishop, play Knight C3, allow the take, and just try and break through as quickly as possible. But
Hold up.
either
I
way, like
like
he's out of
that.
prep.
I like that. So that's the crazy line. If we
I,
could pick.
I consider this. I once got lectured by Kasparov himself actually about giving up my bishops too early for basically purposes like this to try and break in the center. So it's always a bit of like a I don't know. Um, but you black takes plays f5, white. It looks like there was a game here where white tried to go for b4. Like there's some wildness on the horizon that could be tempting.
Okay, but to go against the advice of the absolute goat that is Kasparov, that's tough to do. I understand. Okay, you know what? Maybe we don't go this crazy.
Yeah, I'm not convinced. This F5 is actually turning me against this idea of knight c3. Like if you for sure got e4 as white and you got these three pawns in the center, fine, like give up the bishop. I don't care. But if black can step in there and prevent you from that clean break, then I'm sitting here wondering why did we give up our dark square bishop? Black's now put all their pawns on light squares, and this bishop is kind of shining in the position. So I'm not totally convinced on this
Yeah,
personally.
for everybody asking, the location is Blitz Society in Paris. They're the gracious host of this event, so a big thank you to them. Yeah, you can see their nice logo there in the back. And okay, Caden, so we're for sure gonna get some kind of like Dutch stonewall structure. Like, explain to us, what does the light square bishop do?
That's a great question. I think that is the big downside to this type of F5 setup. Like you could even imagine here, even without F5, but especially with F5, like if you could just take this bishop off the board or this bishop on G2, you're happy. You're singing beautiful songs, dancing down the road if you can trade those bishops, because it's terrible. And a lot of times in these structures, it takes forever to do something with that bishop. Oftentimes, you're even sneaking d7, e8. Let's actually, for a second, let me go back to this position with f5. Yeah, so this square is like the one opening. Now, there is a bit of a different strategy that I've had played against me where you just leave this bishop here and you're either trying to just solidify just your position in general with it, or you're saying this bishop's gonna be sad for a while. Let me try and get a breakthrough, either like put the knight on e4 and get a trade, or play e5. Like break through first, then worry about this bishop, just because it's so difficult to do something with it. So that is the big downside, and honestly, I don't think there's a particularly easy answer because either way, you just have to be very patient with this bishop since it's super blocked.
I like that. I like that because I mean, at the end of the day, White really wants to break something open. So likely that C pawn might get exchanged. Maybe B4, B5 happens, and the light square bishop will have a role to play later in the game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, white themselves is going to want to open the position so that you can wait for that opportunity. Uh, I do see someone suggesting these types of b6, bishop a6. I will say the one thing you have to be careful of as black in pushing this pawn is like a c takes d5 because normally as black you want to play this e takes d5 and keep the c file closed. But as soon as this b pawn moves, the c6 pawn gets weaker, and that can be a lot more difficult to do. I'm just this is I don't think this would ever be played, but just to highlight this very simply, if the knight's not on c3, or if the knight tried to jump here, you're gonna see that pressure against the c6. Knight c3 was
Oh,
played.
wow.
Knight
Knight
c3 was played.
C3.
Wait a second. Oh my goodness.
He's not a
I
Kasparov follower, apparently.
Oh, I'm shocked. Okay, they're here for the fight, man. I keep thinking like they might not play these moves, but I do agree with you. There's a fight there, and
Wait, can you jump to the
boy,
live?
yeah, we do have it here. The line we're looking at.
Yes. Okay, knight
That's crazy.
C3. Okay, so like, I mean, you take the bishop or you just play. I mean, what can we just play F5? Do we need to take that dark square bishop?
No, you absolutely could play. F5. I think White's just going to continue in a similar manner, like Rook A B1, try and get B4, and likely you want Knight takes D2 at some point. Anyways,
Okay, okay. I'm just very happy to see that we're seeing some more aggressive options than the draw in the first round. For those of you asking, that's what happened in round one. But we're getting some more fighting chess. It's exciting.
yeah, no, I do agree. Just the fact that F5 feels very likely at this point. Like I think Hans is almost doesn't have a choice of avoiding F5 because allowing some sort of E4 would be a problem. And I will admit, while this isn't my favorite move, it leads to more of a fight. Like it incentivizes black to really start trying to create some sort of breakthrough over on the king side because otherwise they're very cramped. So they want that openness, they want that breakthrough. And for white, they're looking for their opportunities over on the queen side. So not quite like a King's Indian, but similar, where one side is
We're
fighting
themes.
on that side and one side's fighting on that side because the center is locked up.
Okay, so at white, what are we looking at? We're looking at like rook b1, b4, b5, and some type of like minority attack to try to break through.
Yeah, I think. God, how would we, man, how do we play as black? So I think the incentive of taking here is you do want to avoid this knight jumping into e5. So if you're playing like knight f6, then you want to wait till this knight's not here. And I'm just following a game. Here, this was a Dubov game versus Saruk. Dubov was the higher rated player, but just to see how this plays out. So knight f6, bishop d7, knight e2 Dubov played. G5, knight
Ooh.
f3. This is wild. Knight comes to e5, bishop f6, c5. Oh,
Ooh.
what
Hold
the
up.
heck?
Hold up.
What? G4. Okay, I'm not liking this for black. I don't think the white looks to have too good of a hold in this
Yeah.
game.
It feels like
But
white's going to infiltrate here.
we'll go back because there was a game. So White won this game. So I think this highlights quite well what we could expect White to do and some of the success there. Like you see the buildup of the attack, the trying to hold Black's attack down. But let's go back. There
Yeah, I
was
don't like this
another
version.
game.
Pick
Instead of
something
knight
else.
f6, bishop d6. And this time, this was a Grandmaster Titus played this. He's also played in Charlotte. I actually played him way back at one of the world's youths. So let's see how he handled this with the black pieces. So he went more contentious against White's play over there. Bishop d6. Wow, King h8. Incredibly patient. And f4. Okay, this
Yes, F4 is what
f4,
I like.
f4 I like. So this is very interesting. He took more of approach. Don't let white get this e5 square, which makes a lot of sense. That's a great square. And still go for the attack in like an f4 g5 manner. E4. Okay, I don't know if I like that move from white in this game here.
Queen g5.
Now knight f6. Looking for maybe
Oh,
even a sacrifice on h2 somewhere. E4, take B4. Wow, this is a crazy game.
a5. Oh my goodness.
This I like a lot more.
Guys, this is the
Yeah.
potential of what we could see on the board. This kind of crazy shit. Wait, he exchanged on C3?
Did he take C3? Oh,
Oh,
that was not a consideration. Wait a second. Hans is taking this in new territory.
okay. New games, new matches.
Okay, but hold on. Because you might be saying, okay, if you take with the bishop, which I kind of think you want to do as white, just to keep the queen ready for e4, then maybe there's this d takes c4, potentially. And if you take with the queen, maybe he's going to try and jump this knight into e4
Wait,
here.
we got to reply. Queen takes C3.
Hey, he did play queen takes. I'm not sure. What, what are you thinking, Tony? Because I'm
Well, I
I'm surprised, really.
I am too, but so what makes me worried about this game is if he plays knight of 6, we get bishop g5. Like, no, 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 it's okay, it's okay. I just hope we don't get a lot more trades. We got 1 trade already. I wanna see a bit more movement before we go on. Queen takes c3. I mean, what else would black want?
Okay, I'm just thinking crazy. What if you go b5 here? Like, is this an option because you got rid of that knight that was holding
Whoa,
down the square?
b5, maybe b4? That's pretty wild, but you're still kind of asking to blow open the queen side where white has a really nice battery. I'd be a little nervous about this.
Yeah, this feels so wrong, but
Hmm.
sometimes, sometimes. I am surprised that Hans is hesitating here. I feel like knight takes c3. You really need to know what you're doing. Like these type of committal moments when you have honestly a big trade, taking a bishop or taking a knight in this case, it seems so inconsequential, but that is a big decision. This really affects the direction the game is going to go because those pieces control completely different squares. The knight on c3 was controlling all light squares, and this is a dark square bishop. So this is a huge decision, and he's pausing for a second, which surprises me because I feel like he has to at least know the direction that he wanted to take it. This b5, I'm not hating it. It's-
You're not hating it.
I'm not hating
Wow.
it the more I look at it. I don't think this is going to be played. Like, honestly, it's probably more reasonable just to go b6 if you want to head in this direction. But even though white has this battery, you're just kind of saying, so what? Like you play queen c6, I have bishop a6. Like I'm solid.
I'm
And
solid.
okay,
Oh,
actually
hold
I'm
up.
wrong. I'm wrong. Bishop takes
Okay, hold
f5 is
up.
bishop takes a5 exists. The queen might be a little overloaded.
Okay, so there's risk here. There's risk here to for black to play on the queen side. Are we just giving up on the king side ideas? Because those I thought were the most exciting. I hope to see some more of those, but I think Hans is just gonna be a I think he's gonna be solid, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, this knight takes c3 to me does suggest something more solid. Not b5, but probably like b6. Because as far as going for these same type of f5 ideas, I mean, you're not preventing e4, but it's also, you don't have that advantage where having the dark squared bishop, where you basically dominate all these dark squares, really kicked into gear. And we saw it from that one game Black was so successful. Uh, Titus, he played on the dark squares, right? He took the bishop, he played bishop d6, queen e7, f4.
And
Everything he did was on the dark squares. And that's started with taking this bishop. So now yeah, I would expect b6 here personally. If I'm not missing anything and just that more solid approach.
no, and one of the advantages of taking the C3 knight is that if you want B6, now there's no knight B4. There's no giant gap in the position because that knight is gone. You traded it. And so B6 feels way more like way possible.
Yeah. Yeah, just to highlight that. And that could be his point with if we go back earlier to this moment of b6. Okay, the knight's not quite on c3 yet, but maybe there is some consideration. Hey, that knight's going to come out at some point. If it jumps into b5, like that starts to get really annoying. So trading it off first does get rid of that potential. Now, again, I'm gonna say it. I'm a little surprised that Hans is spending a decent amount of time. I mean, it really isn't a decent amount of time, but for this time control, 60 minutes flies by, and even like a 3 to 5 minute think on one move. I mean, you can't do that very long. A 3 to 5 minute think, for what that leaves you 20 moves before you're out of time. Like that's the nature of this time control. So this is a commitment.
Yeah. I mean he's down 10 minutes. It's going to expand, but I think it's okay. Hans is a very speedy player. 30-second increments. It will be difficult to get into time trouble here. Like like crucial time trouble, I think he'll be okay.
Yeah. I gotta give a bit of a shout out. Both these players are absolutely fantastic. I think they're each brilliant in their own way. They've both had incredible journeys. So I'm not picking sides here, but big shout out to a Wonder because it seems like he's won the preparation battle in both games so far. The first game, even though it ended in a draw, uh, it was a Wonder on the black side. A Wonder had the more time, and Hans had to think a couple of decent moves, decent time spending moves, in order to just weave out of the opening and get into that end game. So again, you see a Wonder with a 10-minute advantage. It seems like he came into this ready to fight and well prepared and is doing a very good job of it.
Yeah, for those of you asking in the chat, this is the GM Caden that Danya is referring to. So great question. That's him.
Well,
And yeah, he's the legend, man. He's the legend. But
oh, thank, oh,
okay,
thank,
let
thank
me
you,
let
thank
me
you.
let me throw some ideas out. We see B6 on the board. Okay. What if we get bishop f4?
So b6, bishop f4.
Yeah, and we hope that okay, maybe knight d2 and we get e forward again. And that's the
Hmm.
dream.
The dream, you say? Okay, that's a good.
Because I feel like black's a bit slow here. It might it's going to be a little bit difficult. They still feel cramped.
Yeah, that's actually a very fair point. Because I wanted to just play something like bishop e7, but it feels like this is the sort of solid direction I would anticipate. But even already, e4 looks fantastic for
That's what I'm saying.
white.
Like, give me white all day over here. This is awesome.
Yeah. So maybe against knight d2 we have to shift. Maybe actually that is what we do. So if you're not taking d5,
Oh
I'm
wait,
saying,
there's a
hey,
decision on the board.
oh wait,
We got
a4.
wow, that's slow. I'm sorry. That's
uh,
slow. Okay. But okay, hold up. Maybe he wants knight b6, knight c4, and the knight cannot be kicked anymore.
Knight b6, knight c4. Okay, but the same idea, bishop f4 seems to prepare for that very well.
Yeah, I agree. That was my idea. I still love it. But okay, why a4 then? Put us into the mind of Hans here.
Um, that's it's a great question. Now, actually, on a bit of a thinking through the things we looked at, this b5, because the
Oh, queen
problem
c2 already.
queen c2, that one I don't quite understand, but maybe just a quick preparation of e4. I was thinking about this b5. There were some problems with the a5 pawn, so there is a world for that. I
Hmm.
mean, this knight b6 idea isn't completely crazy. It just felt like the bishop f4, knight d2 dealt with it very well. But Wonder looking for a quick, a faster e4 to break the center. And what do you do now? Is it a time for f5?
Yeah, it feels like we're already hitting the critical moments for black that if they don't continue to play active and accurate, white's about to gain an advantage very quickly here.
Yeah. Uh yeah, knight f6 doesn't feel like a good way of stopping e4 because you're gonna see this knight e5 jump in. Can we allow okay, I don't think we can just allow e4. So if we're going to not play f5, then knight b6 probably does shine, but oh, and knight
Oh,
b6
there
was
it is.
played.
Let's
There it
go.
is.
We got that
You're
move.
correct. Tony's locked in with these ideas. Uh,
B6.
a4 trying to jump in. So c5 now. For the record, this knight c4 lands on the board, and you can no longer just comfortably play b3. This type of a4, this is actually more common, I would say, in like a King's Indian, because in the King's Indian, you're often putting your knight on c5. So this a5 a4 actually is looking to prevent b4. So a different square for the knight, but same concept, pushing that pawn in order to bring the knight into the game. Now, I'm just glancing at this. Let's say you do get what you want, knight c4. What if I jump in? How is this? I'm thinking about that Dubov
Oh,
game.
jump in. Oh, that's
Dubov got these pawns here.
I mean, I I think you split the pawns if you have to go for it, right?
Seems relatively forced at this point, but what do you do? You actually this if you can get b6 in a timely manner as black, or maybe even go f6, like you do have ways of breaking these pawns a lot more conveniently than before. It's not quite the clamp that
Wait,
we did
wait.
see in that one game.
Did I
Okay, we're
did I
going
see him
back to the
write down a
live.
move? Yeah,
Okay, he
C4.
did play
Okay.
c5.
Okay, here's the moment.
Okay, there is an alternative. Instead of jumping into knight c4, you
You
could
want
actually
back and
it's a
E5.
possibility. Knight c4 makes more sense to me. Like that seems consistent with a4, but knight d7's not out of the question because you imagine the same
Oh, knight
e4
C4.
idea.
Yes.
Okay, he did go knight c4. Yeah, I mean that's if you're playing a4, of course. The time they were starting with, the time control for this whole event is 60 minutes plus 30 seconds.
And that's why
So
A Wonder is almost to his 60 minutes. He's spending no time.
he's a fast player, and I felt it when we played in September. He definitely had time up on me. He's a speedy guy.
Okay, let me throw out some ideas at you. Let me throw you some craziness. Okay, let's say bishop f4, right? Looks real good. Hit the dark squares. What if Hans throws some haymakers and plays g5?
G5. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness, Tony's
attempt
getting
some free
comfortable now.
expansion.
He's
Uh,
settling in. The caffeine's kicking in. Like he's
it
like,
is. It
ah,
is.
throw the pieces, throw the. I mean, okay.
What are you gonna do?
Bishop goes back. I guess man, I heard a little inside. I'm dying. I'm dying.
What?
G5.
G5 and now F5 and now I'm gonna get it.
Oh
I'm going
man.
for it. Look at this.
Oh
Come
man.
at me. For the record, also I could take the dark square bishop and then play F5 and say I got the bishop pair. I'm gonna win in the end game.
Yeah, it's more reasonable than my positional study wants to say it is. Uh, but still something about this just feels, I mean, maybe I go back for this 95 idea. I think you have to take like letting this
Mhm.
knight just chill here. I guess you could go crazy, but take, and I'm just not convinced that this pawn expansion was an improvement. Like when we were looking at 95 right away, I actually liked the possibility of f6 breaking and trying to contest the e5. The fact that your pawns are here, like f4, so what? G4, you're terrible. Like you give me all the dark squares. I'm not
Hold up,
sure this has
we're
been an
gonna get
improvement.
there. I'm thinking,
Okay, well,
bishop
I'll give you time. I'll give
D7,
you time. Okay, bishop
bishop
d7.
E8, bishop G6, and like it's looking cute.
Yeah, I guess in fairness, not sure what white is doing to
Like you can't
gray
break on
here.
E4 unless you want to play F4 and clog it all up. You're not doing that. Gonna take you like 3 moves to break through on the queen side. Like I got some time. Black is
Man,
so solid here.
my mind is being poisoned. I'm literally sitting here like, what about G4? Like, what if we just throw everything at him? No, the more reasonable break would probably be going for like an F3, E4,
Oh,
but
but
you're just
hold up.
kind
Your
of
dark square
falling
pawns are
into
gonna be tough.
yes, you're
Oh.
falling into what you're doing.
I'm
Uh,
saying that there's a world for this. I'm just saying.
yeah.
Wait, did we? Okay, no. We didn't see a move yet. I
This is
saw
a
I saw him
big
move his hand.
This is a very committal moment because you have this lingering 95, which really changes the pawn structure. You probably do have a move just like bishop c3, just trying to solidify. Actually, bishop c3, to me, seeing this nonsense, but
Nonsense.
somehow interesting nonsense with g5, like bishop c3. Maybe I concede the point here. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess bishop c3 does a lot, but this a4, I mean, credit to Hans. We didn't discuss this a4 very much, and it's surprisingly annoying just preventing these queenside breakthrough ideas. And even there is a world now where black could play on the queen side, like b6, just say white does a nothing move, b6 take, queen takes, and I'm very much asking, okay, who's attacking who on the queen side? Because I think it's me.
Oh, okay, okay. So basically, we're taking inspiration from Caracon in French now.
Yeah, yes, those I play both those openings all the time. Yes, I know what you're
Whoa,
referencing.
whoa, Bishop B4. Whoa.
Bishop
What the
b4.
whoa, okay. I was that's all right, all right. A wonder. I wonder what this move is about. That's okay.
No, come on, don't be one of those people. Come on, man.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting.
Ah, jeez.
Okay, but maybe he wants knight d2. He wants to trade off that strong knight.
Knight d2. This also might be respecting this b6 potential because he's solidifying c5. So now b6. I don't think you're gonna take because that just allows the doubling of the pawns, and that looks not quite so good. But you solidify this pawn to give yourself exactly what you're saying. Give yourself time to play knight d2, and
Wait, but is there a world where black ends up with the center here? You take on c5 and get e5 in, maybe with some trades.
yeah, actually take bishop takes. I don't know. Let's just say pawn takes, but bishop takes is an option. Take
Hmm.
here.
E5, yeah.
E5.
But e4 might be enough to crack you.
No, because I always have this d4 move and shutting you down.
Oh, and then my light square bishop's nice. So, I mean,
Yeah, so
Hans
you
might
know.
gain the center here. Hold up.
I don't know how he did this, but I'm starting to like what Hans did. Like there's a lot more excitement and potential here than I was feeling about his position earlier. I mean, I admitted F5 was not my favorite idea, and somehow he has avoided playing F5 and still kind of creating some interesting potential. So, okay, wait a second. But that kind of made Bishop B4 not make sense. So after B6, which not sure is exactly what he wants. Is there a different idea that he would be looking to
Well,
get something
I guess it'd
more?
be maybe there's some intricacy around the trade. So like you don't take back on c5 after 92. You
Oh,
maybe take that knight.
you want to go wild. I was just thinking maybe E4 right away, but you want full blown.
Yeah, like maybe something
Not,
like this makes it not so easy.
okay, you may have flown too close to the sun with this one. I feel like worst case scenario, just for the sake of keeping it simple, I play Bishop B7. Maybe I no, okay, I do play Bishop B7. I was wondering if I take A3 first, but I
Okay.
don't feel like black could ever be worse here.
Fair enough, fair enough. So maybe bishop b4 really not that strong then.
No, the one consideration might be a quick
Hmm.
E5 where you actually leave this knight on F3 and don't commit it yet, because if you're able to get E4 before this E5 D5, I mean, imagine we go for the same line, so take and D4. This is a different story because your knight's hanging, but regardless of that, the point I was trying to make is like you're not getting this solid setup regardless of how many knights are hanging. So a faster e4 does contest that idea one way or another.
Okay, okay,
And
hold up. Let's go to e4. What does black do here then? Or
um,
hold on, hold on. So before b6, is there something
there,
even
there is another
faster?
move. I just threw b6 on the board as like a move to try and make sense of bishop b4.
Because b6, I feel like we can do that almost whenever we want. That's not going anywhere.
Well, but I will say the plus to b6, it did seem to contend against knight d2 well.
Hmm.
So if you play like f5, knight d2 might open up. Now you have to. I mean, I guess you don't. You could play knight a5, but it seems like you should take here, take, and now the b6 potential doesn't feel nearly as good. because b6 take and hello c file just staring down that c6 pawn. And so you kind of lose this breakthrough potential. And I guess you could go for like an e5, maybe f6, bishop
Actually, so
f6,
I got
e5.
some moves for you. I got some moves for you. Instead B6, right? Let's go back right here. What if we go bishop F6?
Bishop f6, very patient. Okay, now I'm going back. If you don't stop it, I think e4 has to be on the docket.
But now okay, E4 still playable. Ah, that is annoying.
Is there? Okay, wait, just follow the calculation here. So you take.
Hmm. Both knights being
Yeah,
threatened. We
yeah,
have a
both
chance for
knights being
something.
threatened. This is not so simple because, yeah, we take knight, hit bishop, and then take d4. That's just a pawn for black. So you can't take my knight. You have to take the pawn. Okay, the knight's going to get trapped taking b2, so that's a bit crazy.
But
But
you have knight A5 here. And maybe
okay, no,
queen
I'm not.
D5.
I was thinking about queen d5, but I'm starting to feel skeptical. This bishop on g2 is looking very good. If you play knight a5 first, I think I sneak in knight e5, and if you play queen d5, I just move. This queen
Yeah, yeah.
goes somewhere, and
But there is an
uh,
exchange hanging there on knight
yeah,
B3.
yeah, that's I guess important. Yeah,
That's I
that's,
have some threats,
okay,
okay? It's
okay.
not
Hold on. Okay, so rookie one. I forgot
yeah.
about that one.
And then knight B3 and you're hitting the D pawn and you still get some play.
Okay, rook d1.
And now queen D5.
Okay, I'm gonna stick with my guns. Thankfully, not
Now
hanging
queen
in
F5.
exchanges. Oh man, you want to be that guy?
I have to because I got to get the light square bishop out.
Interesting.
But
Um,
still not ideal. Bishop F6, this was one of the options. It's not my favorite out of the options.
yeah, there's some d5 potential for white somewhere. Maybe I could also just go queen e3 here if I don't want to deal with any of that.
Oh, you're gonna be
And
that
then
guy, huh?
looking for knight e5. I mean, you were that guy, so I'm gonna follow suit.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, let's go back to the live position. We got to mix it up here.
Yeah, so that is with a suggestion in chat, kind of looking to prepare e5, but I think we do anticipate white playing e4 in the battle beginning in the center. Um, that
Yeah.
feels like the options though. I not to say that we already exhausted them, but b6, bishop f6, and f5. I mean, what else could you possibly be thinking about here?
For those of you guys asking, I know maybe the commands are being kicked on, but it's 2 games every day, 60 plus 30 day rated, and it's from now until Tuesday. So we get to see a lot of games.
Yeah, which also to that format, very respectful. That's a lot of chess. Like I know the 60 plus 30 is a faster time control, but still 12 games in 6 days. It's a lot of chess, man. That's
Yeah. And
whew.
I will say, I mean, I'll be that person. I mean, with the candidates basically over, this is the most exciting chess going on right now. I mean,
Yeah.
we already know what's going to happen over there, so we don't know what's going to happen here.
Yeah, Sindarov being the best advertisement for this event right now. Um yeah, Hans spending a good amount of time. He's man, I don't hate his position, but the overall time advantage for a Wonder should start to show a little bit.
Yeah, but if Hans makes the right choices here, I think he's going to be comfortable. I think he'll be happy. I think it's worth the time investment, especially the
Yeah,
30-second increment. I mean, that 30 seconds is so nice.
that is nice. That is but and Hans of course is fantastic at the faster time controls, so I think he would handle himself well in that time pressure situation should it arise as long as he can get to a decent position. But I mean I find myself as we've looked at all these moves still kind of unsure as to what you're doing because White's move of e4 is here. Like it's happening. He's gonna start pressuring. you quickly. Knight d2 also lingering. And I feel like if we're not careful, then it's going to be very difficult for us to do anything as black in this position.
Okay, hear me out. Let me give you some more craziness. Okay,
Okay,
just for the
give me
chat
the
while
crazy.
we're waiting.
Inspire.
E5. Just why prep it? Let's just go. I know it's a
Let's
pawn,
just
but sometimes you can push a pawn, let it get captured, and then hope to recapture it later. Okay, now we capture back,
right.
and now f6.
Oh, I thought you said recapture it back. That looks like
Yeah,
trade.
afterwards.
Okay, down the road. Down. Okay.
Okay, and now we take with the bishop. Is this too
Okay.
crazy?
This feels
I preface this with too crazy for the record.
you know, that's fair. That's fair. Sometimes you need a little bit of craziness in your life just to
We're exploring the options.
yeah. But I don't I mean eventually I'm going to play bishop c3 and just
Mm,
doesn't feel like
too solid for white.
yeah. Um
So then we're
so
back to what does Hans do? This
no,
is
I see some suggestion of like trying to prepare more along the e file because specifically, you don't have to take on e4. But the problem is once e4 hits the board, it becomes very, very difficult for you to ever play e5 because you have to be very conscious of d5, right? Like you imagine, not to say it's not a possibility, but this type of capture here, I take, and let's just say everything gets traded. I'm gonna play rook e1, I'm gonna play rook d1, and you're very much suffering. It like if I get e4, your benefit of playing
Ooh,
e5 goes down a lot, and I think
I mean,
that's the big problem for
you're kind of
black in
dead
this
here
position.
too.
Yeah, I mean this is this is
That's the with the bishop on b4 too. You're dying here.
yeah, like I understand this is the kind of the worst way this could play out essentially with this type of e4 e5 but that is what I feel like Hans is facing is basically you say hey if you don't find something here quickly you don't contest then you will likely lose the ability to contest now that's still an option you can say hey fine like I can't contest I'll just keep my position solid. But I mean, against either of these players, like you can't do that. These players are good enough that if you just try and buckle down, you say, "Hey, you have the advantage, but I'll hold." Like you're gonna hurt, you're gonna suffer, and you know feel the effects of that forever, and likely lose in the end. So this is a big moment where I think if you get this time that it's going to be a problem. And it really is like you almost never can play e5. It doesn't matter if d5 is solid. Taking and this pawn being isolated on d5 is just you're gonna suffer because of it.
Yeah. So tell me about the stakes here. They're different. Like the ratings are far apart. What does one gain as far as rating if there's a win or a loss or a draw? Like what's happening?
I do think it's around like 4 points. I don't know the exact conversion off the top of my head, but I would say like 4.5. Someone can correct me in chat as far as what every win looks like. So actually, let me just pull up the list here. I wanna see because the placement at the rating they're at it makes a big difference. Let's say for Hans for example, if he gains 4 points, he's ranked 20th in the world currently. That's gonna boost him up about if I'm not mistaken, 3 spots on the live rankings.
Oh,
And even with just two wins, he's getting up uh, you know, again, 3 spots. So 6 spots, 2 wins is putting him probably above Prague actually, who's 14th in the world right now. Like that's a huge boost, just 2 wins against Awonder. And for Awonder, I mean it's a very similar type trajectory. They're very close in rating, only 10 points apart. So Yeah, I mean 2, 3, 4 wins and suddenly you're in the top 15 in the world.
Dang,
That's
that's a high
incredible.
stakes. And if they draw, what happens?
If they draw, so a wonder that the 10-point difference because they did draw the first game. So we've seen this. The 10-point difference leads to a wonder gaining 0.1. So if they draw all games, a wonder walks away with a whopping 1 point rating gain. Not a big deal. It's just the draws. Just it's basically nothing. Um,
I
so
mean, that does give you some of the psychology about how they're going to approach this. If draws are the safety play where they don't disrupt their placement in the world, their rating, it's they're going to be measuring their risk quite heavily then.
yeah, I mean we've seen this for years at the top rating. Now, I don't think either of these players are concerned about it, honestly. Like respect to them. I think they're there to fight. I don't think they protect their ratings. But there is a lot of truth to the fact that tournament invites go off of rating. And so I do think we've seen lots of players over the years that have played more safe because invites means good opportunities and money means more opportunities to travel and play more events. So it's a big deal uh, to get those invites or not. And it can, I mean, it's actually one of my complaints with the chess community at some point and
Oh,
thankfully
oh,
this is starting
complaints. Oh,
sorry,
okay.
sorry, sorry. This is starting to change a little bit, but I do hope it continues, and I do hope we see more and more where tournament organizers are extending invitations to the slightly lower rated. Like instead of inviting two 2740s, extend those invites to the 2700s, the younger players especially, give them more opportunity because if all you're doing is inviting the same, 10 players every tournament, that's a really difficult thing to break into. And so we've seen a little bit more of this, and I hope that continues. I hope more invites get extended to the players, basically the top 100, which extends into like those 2650, because I think it makes for a great event to have a wider range of
You
ratings.
know, as you say this, I can't help but think that, you're right. Sometimes it's hard to get crack into that inner circle. And as we've seen, Hans is not part of that inner circle for sure. So,
Yeah, I
some
mean,
good
thankfully
points.
he's starting to get more invites.
Oh,
You
oh, we
know,
got to move.
okay, okay. Bishop D7. Wow, that
Wow.
is unbelievably patient.
That's not okay.
Oh wait, however, I was reading some of the chat while talking, and someone did point out the possibility of like after E4 playing F5. So I could see this being his idea that you wait for E4, and this makes more sense of Bishop D7 because now the bishop is ready to maneuver if the position gets locked after like E5, for example. And
I
so
don't
kind of
know,
a different
bro.
way of contesting.
I don't know, bro. Hold on. Look,
Cody's
we
like not
look,
convinced.
here's the reality. We do have the benefit of the
uh,
bar, and the bar don't like it. That,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
this is
that's
the
fair.
advantage a wonder right here. Bishop
Yeah,
D. This almost feels like, like we're seeing in the candidates. This often thing happens. You tank for half an hour, and like you think and you think and you think, and usually you don't end up playing the right move. Like that seems to happen at the top level a lot, and that might have happened here.
yeah. It's well, I'm kind of back and forth because well, I do agree that there is a lot of danger in spending. It's kind of ironic, but there's a lot of danger in chess of spending time, where you can get in your own head and you panic and play the wrong move. I don't hate the flexibility. I mean, this isn't my favorite move, uh, Bishop D7, but it doesn't lose the idea of B6. It doesn't lose the idea of F5, and arguably it does prepare both of them. This bishop's now solidifying C6, so B6. There's some sense there, And with f5, the bishop's now more prepared to go through e8. So this does have some flexibility. I don't like the flexibility in this case. Like I would have loved to see more commitment, and I think this position would benefit from it, but credit where credit's due. I don't completely hate this move, even though it looks like visually this looks atrocious. Like what's the bishop doing?
It's a pawn. I mean, it's a big pawn.
It is a big pawn. It's just falling in line. You know, it's building the pyramid here. Oh
Okay,
my
so
goodness.
now that white has the advantage of basically getting a free move, do we go for e4, or since we have extra time, do we go back to this knight d2 idea we had?
I'm leaning towards knight d2 at a glance, but I'm not sure I fully know the breakthrough because this type of solid approach to e4 with just playing f5 does seem somewhat reasonable. As far as dealing with that. So I mean, I'm just gonna anticipate for a second. What if Black starts wasting time? Like, what is the plan after knight d2? Like, you play e4, I play f5. For the record, I like f5 because if you don't play f5, there could be a world where e5 and then White slowly builds up an attack here. So I think making sure to lock in f5 before some of that is just it's good, it's positive, it prepares f4. Um, mean, I don't. I guess you take and you play on the e file, but now this bishop on b4 looks really silly.
I mean, there's two bishops that look silly here.
That's, well, I mean, there's also like bishop g5 and f4. Like, I
Hey,
don't
let's
hate
go.
this for black. So I'm actually confused on what the plan would be for Wonder, if I'm being honest. He's now thinking. I would expect a decent think for a Wonder here because there's a lot of committal moves in the position, and he's really deciding his plan from this position. Now, hold on. With this bishop on d7, is there a world we go back to this 95 idea? Is this anything worth considering?
When you
95 take
trade.
take.
Hmm.
I assume f6.
Now you want f6. Okay.
Of course. I've always wanted f6, Tony. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it does seem like if white is not careful, black's gonna get basically what they want. They want free targets in this like Caro-Kann French structure, and if A Wonder's not careful, he's gonna give it to him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying about bishop d7. The flexibility definitely has some solid benefits. Almost making a Wonder decide, right? Instead of committing f5 or b6 first, you say, I'll put it in your hands. We're just gonna wait and see which direction you take it. And it's hard to decide. Okay, so this e4, f5. Maybe I like. Let's check e4 before trading these knights. Like, what's the difference here? Actually, there is a big difference in that maybe you have a very, very greedy bishop f1 at some point.
Oh,
Insanely. Okay, I think we need to stop this. But imagine that same position, right, with bishop f6. Oh man, I hate this. I'm already hating it.
that I yeah, I Bishop F1's kind of gross
Yeah.
in the best kind of way.
Um, but okay, hold on. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna play 95. I'm gonna smother mate you. So maybe
And do
let's
we
see.
have to play E4 to get this?
I guess you could just play e3. That's boring, but it's possible.
It is boring, but what does that knight do? Like, if you want to play
Well,
Bishop F1,
yeah, and I'm kind of assuming you can never play knight a5, but no, I was seeing a suggestion for e5. I don't like locking that down though. But does maybe you don't have a choice? Um,
okay. What if it's more diabolical? What if he played bishop F1 and said, "Okay, your turn."
That's just throw it back to him. So, what what are we looking at if this happens? Like bishop d7, that's a big pawn. Bishop f1. Look at the beautiful open diagonals that these bishops are running into. Oh my goodness. I mean it's possible because you are preparing e4 and after f5, only now do you play e3 and now it feels
He did
like
it! I called
you
it!
played bishop
Let's
f1?
go!
Oh
Suckers
my
in the chat with
goodness.
no
Oh
faith,
my
brother. I am
gosh.
calling these moves. Haha.
The
Yeah,
waiting game is going crazy. Yeah,
that's
okay, so
so
he
good,
he
man.
wants he wants the greedy pawn grab.
Dude,
And,
I like it.
uh, it's reasonable. So e4 now feels like it's on the horizon. Hans might what about the buckle down now? F5, stop e4, and then B. Although if you wait to play b5 until e3, which it may actually be the genius behind bishop f1, because if you play b5, I play e4. If you play f5, I play e3. But now
Mhm.
takes, and you're not really protecting this knight, and this same, doubling of my pawns may not be as dangerous because I'm going to take on c4. And even further, if you play knight takes b6, this knight's
No,
jumping
no, no.
5.
No,
This
no,
is just not working.
no, this is gross. No, 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 no. Your light scores are doo-doo caca here. No, 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 no.
Okay, so it'd have to be if he does go for this more solid approach, it'd have to be b5 here, right? Like this is you have to do it before the knight's getting attacked because now take like this is a different story. You can play queen takes b6, the knight's not hanging,
Ah,
and
okay.
this is still a little ugly though.
Okay, but
It is
can you review for us? I wasn't 100% convinced or sure why knight a5 was like just not possible anymore.
I was just assuming a4 hangs.
There's nothing there, nothing
I
tricky.
your
Yeah.
your own pawns are your enemy here.
Yeah, that's annoying. Shoot, so that night, as beautiful as it is, it's kind of becoming a liability here.
Yeah. Um
Hey, but here's the danger. You already tanked once. You don't got a lot of time to tank again. You can't do this back to back. You got 20 minutes.
yeah. Yeah, which is actually the smart play about a wonder. Like Hans spent a lot of time, didn't commit to either of these directions. And now Bishop F1, he says, "Okay, you spent a lot of time trying to figure out what to do. Well, I'm not going to decide for you. You still have to figure it out, right? Like you still have to commit one way or the other in this position." And that's annoying. And I honestly don't. Oh, okay. So what if you do allow taking? What if you just can you prepare the capture
Prepare?
and just allow the sacrifice
No.
of a pawn?
How? What are you talking about? Where?
I don't know. What do you G5, okay, G5.
Okay, calm down, princess. All right. Wait a second. Wait a second. What are we talking
uh,
about here? Wow. Okay.
okay, Bishop F6, more reasonable. It would be, but now E4. What are we doing after E4? I yeah, this E4 just
It's
because if
easy.
you're gonna trade this bishop, covering those light squares with the pawn feels so effective.
So I'm happy that A Wonder didn't tank to find Bishop F1. That's
Yeah, I mean
huge.
it's a very practical move.
That's huge.
Um,
Hmm.
although wait, maybe E4 does allow taking on E4 and then knight A5. So maybe we can't rush with this.
Yeah, but now I feel like the all the plays going to the center for white, and
Yeah, it still looks
uh,
good.
what you have on the queen side isn't going to
I
happen.
keep hanging knight B3.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe
One
bring the
more time.
rook over first, and once you put your knight there, like it doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
It's
bishop
fine.
D7 really doesn't make sense in this case.
Okay, let's go back to the live board. Hold up. Yeah, we gotta find the way for Hans. There's a way. There's a way. I mean, we can go back to these F5 ideas.
Okay, but still E3. I'm just gonna munch.
Wait, wait, wait.
That's
He's
a
gonna
big
give
old
us the
sigh.
answer. He's gonna give Bishop E8. Wow. Okay.
Whoa, whoa,
Okay.
whoa.
He's the ultra slow approach. Okay, so I mean E4, right? We gotta look at this.
Yeah.
Your eyes are so wide right now. Calm down.
I'm trying to look, I'm trying to get in the mind of Hans and understand Bishop E8 because my first instinct is I don't like it. But hey, I'm been wrong many times before. I've hung an exchange twice to the same idea in this analysis. So I,
Okay. What's he doing? Like I know he wants Bishop G6 or Bishop H5 in the end. Like he wants it in the game, but how do you deal with this problem? A Wonder is giving
may,
him the look, like the "Are you sure, bro?" look.
maybe some sort of counterplay, like pushing the F pawn, as those in chat are pointing out, has to be the idea with Bishop E8. But I don't, because let's say F5. I mean, do you try and go for against E4 like an F5 F4? Very quick counterplay. That's not completely insane.
Okay,
But
I just pushed my pawn.
yeah, okay.
All right, and you're saying my knight on F3 is loose. Okay,
Hopefully.
I take on C4.
Okay. Now, love to be crazy, but you do have Bishop E. Although, okay, this is not my pieces. I'm gonna play F
What?
takes G3.
Whoa,
They're not
bro,
my pieces. It's
chill.
fine. It's fine. We have takebacks.
Chill, hold up. This is a lot.
Yeah.
Can you get away with this?
Oh,
You might be able to get away with this. Okay, I bring my bishop back. I'll hold. I'll hold.
yeah. I was thinking this, but honestly, I don't know what I'm doing after play Queen D3.
But my thought process is if Hans gets what he wants and we see E3 on the board,
Okay, yeah. E3
okay, slightly more
more
solid
more
version of
more
this.
solid. Now, you're
I
I
mean,
mean, I guess you
what the knight doing?
could go for B5. I'm trying to think. There is a small difference here in that after like take. I mean, you don't have to take right away, but take knight B6. Now your bishop's not hit. Looks terrible though.
But it's so passive.
Looks really bad.
I mean, I almost want to put a queen on C5 here and just be like meaner, but hold on, we got some moves. We got some revelation.
Okay, let's be inspired. Feel the revelation. He is going
F6.
F6.
There,
I was wondering if this was the other idea. But I can't say I'm 100% convinced yet. But it
bishop
has to be take
F7.
bishop F7. Now, huge positive. There's no knight E5. Like that is a huge positive in this position because this knight would be the primary method that white was hitting the light squares. But still, it's a pawn. It's a pawn. I like my pawns.
Yeah, it's I mean, weak light squares and white has a big kind of lame bishop on the dark squares,
Although
but it's not easy. It's
easy. Like you are trying to play E5, right? So my gut reaction as white is to move this queen off
yeah.
of this diagonal. But on a like huge positive, then your queen's sneaking into D5. And
Whoa.
H5 and Rook D8 and still E5 lingers and Bishop
Hold
G6.
on. You might be asking too much. Even with E4 here, I mean,
Yeah, that's fine.
wow, you think it's okay.
Well, because now I got a target. I got a focus point.
Okay.
I'm gonna checkmate you.
Wow. I mean, Hans spent a lot of time prepping this idea, like 30
I,
minutes on Bishop E7 or D7. I hope he has something concrete here.
I mean, of all the stuff that we've looked at in the many lines we've analyzed, this is probably my favorite. Like I just give up the pawn, get the light square bishop, try and get counterplay on the light squares. This seems like the most exciting, most interesting. Like even if there was a better variation, I think it's way more fun and it more sane to just have a position that you have counterplay, that you have ideas, that you can play on the D file, that you can play on the light squares. So from that perspective, this does seem more reasonable.
Okay, I'll give you that, but I won't relinquish that he was put into this position by A Wonder. It wasn't just like just pure genius. It was A Wonder put him here.
That's a fair statement. This feels a little bit more reactionary, um, with this bishop e8 f6, and just trying the best to deal with this bishop takes c4. By the way, Bortnik, who was doing commentary on the last match with Akeem, is in chat. So hello, hello, welcome.
Sapornik.
Hope you're doing well. And yeah, we had a Catalan, this has been a slow maneuvering game since then. With the action, I think about to start. It feels on the precipice with bishop takes c4. Now, Wonder's hesitating here. So
Yeah. Is
obviously
there
he's not just jumping.
alternatives?
There's got to be something. There's got to be an alternative, right? Like he's thinking about something here. Could he be boring and just go knight d2 still? This doesn't make sense though, because now e5's on the
No.
docket. Like you just take e5. This bishop is down to home. E4
Yeah, Hans would be happy
possibly.
here.
So that seems pretty bad.
Bornik in the Bornik in the chat. The content. This game way more interesting.
Yes, agreed. This has
Yeah.
been way okay. Yeah, this has been way better. I'm sorry, not gonna hate on that first game too much, but this has been way better.
Yeah.
Definitely glad we're covering this one.
The first game, they had to shake the feelers, okay? It's fine.
Yeah,
First
yeah,
games.
it's a warm up.
So
Uh,
different options for A Wonder.
I don't know.
92, you can take.
No, I already moved
Mm,
on from 92. I kind of hate it.
I think you have to accept the knight here. I
Okay,
don't.
wait a second. I'm gonna say 92 is an alternative after taking.
Okay, I like this. This
Because
looking much better.
yeah, this knight jumping into d6 or b6.
Oh, wait. Oh, man. I was. He
Oh
goes
wait, he
for it.
did
He
take.
goes
He
for
did
it.
take. Okay, now we'll get a C. He's gonna show us the truth. The pawn does, of course, capture, and a wonder plays. Maybe I jumped the gun. I was like a wonder is gonna play immediately here. But he's pausing, so this does feel like the decision moment. He does not have to take this. Like the pawn's not getting protected. It's being attacked twice. You can add a third attacker. I really like this knight d2 in comparison. I just don't know what this knight's doing on f3. I mean, it was
Yeah.
stopped. F6 just shuts it down,
Oh, and there
and
it is. There it is.
yeah, of course, knight d2 start to annoy these bishops. If the bishop on b4 is not doing it, so this knight has to do. Although in fairness, once this knight gets to d6, the bishop on b4 actually does feel like it's contributing to this game.
Wait,
Again,
but can you coerce white into doing this? Can black play bishop g6 and say, hey, don't you want to take with your queen, not the knight?
see, but this I do take. That's
And
fine
then you go
because you
back.
see you wanted to play bishop f7. I understand this, and now I just go queen d3 here.
In e5?
5, and I'm just jumping in
Yeah,
again.
you're still getting in, but
I'm still just jumping in.
isolated backwards pawn could be enough to settle this game in the end game. Wow, we're getting some wild people in the YouTube chat. I hope somebody
Yeah,
has the
yeah,
power to
yeah.
calm them down.
Thank you, thank you. Um,
Hopefully our production team is on top of that. Oh,
I appreciate
perfect.
it. Yeah, so this knight c4. Although now this is crazy. Now you go back to bishop d6.
What are we doing? We go back. It's possible.
And now taking and the queen d5 and
No, I'm just saying because if you
I
you
guess
want a
knight
course and a
b6.
take with the queen, otherwise you get bishop d3 in, and you kind of get this really nice little blockade earlier.
Yeah, but it's hard to anticipate because basically after well, I guess you are getting it. Like you can't just simply go back, but is it an improvement to put the queen elsewhere? Like maybe queen e2 is better, just
Still
anticipating
e5.
e5. Big, but now I can take here. My light squares are looking rough, but I play e4, try and patch it
Okay,
up.
but you have to do something. You can't just allow knight takes e4 or knight d6. I mean this feels better than that. That other line feels so scary.
Yeah. Okay, wait.
Oh,
Let's
oh,
let's
oh, we see bishop h5.
bishop h.
Oh, oh, okay, okay. So if knight takes, he wants to swing to f3 maybe and just go for it right away, or just he's going for it.
That's a good.
Hmm.
I'm slightly
Maybe
not.
queen d5 first, or
Oh, but
bishop
now,
h5.
hey, now you're blundering the fork that I have blundered.
No, it's on
Very
purpose.
similar.
I'm gonna go
Oh,
checkmate
okay,
you.
okay.
Calm down. It's on purpose.
Oh no, 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 no. Okay, knight takes c4, of course, was played. But I mean, now you're getting in your own way, right? Three, I take. I guess it's. But okay, I'm up a pawn though. I'm gonna be lame. I'm saying I'm up a pawn.
Wow, get the exchange back. You scaredy cat. Okay, okay. But I mean, Hans must have these kind of intentions. I mean, he's saying, okay, I have to use my bishop pair somehow to try to gain something back from my pawn here. Uh, And if what else can you do? I mean, bishop f3, you just go back with the
Well,
knight, maybe.
yeah, that's why I wasn't. That's why I'm a little confused, and I feel like I'm missing the idea.
Oh my,
Maybe e5.
this guy returned. He's determined. Okay, over on YouTube chat again.
Oh man. Um, so, some people need to get a life. Uh, it's an intense match, and you're distracted on just being a donut. Okay, what about e5?
If I right away, oh, f5 on the board.
f5. Oh man.
Whoa. Okay, my positional chess is screaming here. Like, help me understand this, Caden. I feel like Kasparov's yelling somewhere.
That's a natural state for Kasparov. Um, but I don't know, maybe long term we're just throwing the pawns at g5 f4. Now, so this is a bit of a two bishop concept that gets overlooked a lot of times. Two bishops are really well known in open positions as being fantastic. But one of the things that isn't talked about enough, in my opinion, is how two bishops can really open the door for kingside pawn pushes. Because your bishops do a fantastic job at keeping your king safe, being able to push your own pawns, create the attack works well. Now, the reason that two bishops keep a king safe is because if I have the two bishops and you don't, it means I'm very likely going to find safety on the color of square of the bishop you don't have. So if I have a light square bishop, you're going to struggle attacking me on the light squares. However, I still have a dark square bishop. So even if you do manage to still attack me on the light squares, despite me having a light square bishop, I should be relatively able to switch to sitting on the dark squares, which we absolutely could see here. So some potential for like a g5 f4, but I also just think this is trying to prevent him from buckling down, playing e4, solidifying the light squares and saying, okay, I'm playing this long term. I'm not rushing. I'm not going for an immediate attack. I'm just saying you can never patch your light squares. I have potential of this. I have potential of, bringing my pieces into the light squares. I have potential of rook f6 now. What are you going to do about it? Because in all honesty, I wonder, he has a pawn. But what about his breakthrough? Where's your breakthrough?
I mean, there's breakthroughs on the board, okay? There's
Hey,
for
but
sure some
where?
breakthroughs.
How are you
Ho
breaking through? Come on,
hold up,
you've been so
hold up.
creative today, Tony.
It's so
Breakthrough.
creative. Okay.
Push
Let
the
me let me
pawns. Do something. Do
let me
something
hit
to
you
me.
let me hit you with something. Hold up, hold up, hold up.
He's-
So, okay, let me super crazy. You asked for a crazy idea, okay? You asked for. What if I tried to do something like Rook F1, trying to get F3 in first and then breakthrough? And if Bishop F3, I go back with my knight, kick you away, so I get the space. But oh, I guess we see an answer on the board.
Did you call it again? Hey, Tony's on fire. Hey,
What?
wait a
Who's
second.
the
Calm
GM now,
down.
guys?
Hey, calm down. Tony unstoppable.
Oh
He's
my
got the
good.
moves. Yo.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
no, that's a very, very reasonable. I mean,
I like
obviously
this
very
A
reasonable
Wonder
idea.
guy, man. Who is this guy? I like him.
Okay, F3. Like it's in the face. What are you doing about it? And it's kind of a fair point. Maybe.
I mean, my first thought was Queen D5.
Yeah,
Like you just
sack the
try to
exchange.
pressure more.
Oh,
Okay, no, not Queen D5.
but Queen D5, like even outside of sacking the exchange, maybe I have even an improved version. I still play F3, say if you take, now I go for the exchange, and you're not getting any of the advantages that you were hoping for giving me the exchange.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
getting nervous for Hans here. I'm not gonna lie.
Um,
It's it's finding difficult to wade through this.
yeah, I'm kind of struggling on coming up with.
And this guy
Okay.
finished his T. I mean, he's locked in.
The tea has been finished. Oh no, okay. So if you're going F3, what, want a faster F4 then to try and contest D4 maybe? I'm not convincing myself, but
Okay. What is there? I mean, do you just need to start throwing Hail Marys here? Is there a world where maybe you push just F4 and ask him to take with G? And if he takes with E, you get the D pawn. Like you're just desperately grasping for something.
like F4 here?
I meant before actually. Oh,
Oh,
wait,
oh,
wait.
just
He goes Bishop F3. Wow.
he does. Okay, so Bishop F3,
Knight
assumedly Knight
D2.
D2,
And just Bishop back. Is that the idea?
Bishop back. Was thinking about this, but I didn't see the point after F3 because E4. I mean, I guess you could just play Bishop F6 actually.
But if
Is
you
this?
allow White to stabilize, White's the one with the extra pawn.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's quick with it. He's quick with it. He goes forward with the knight.
Oh, he goes 95. So he's happy to just patiently play F3 E4. But no, I mean, what if I just drop back? Okay, now F3 E4 is still seemingly
It's still
just.
there.
I don't know if it's just as effective though. I'm not as convinced about this because even if I just play Bishop F6, right? E4 take Bishop B3, and I could even go into a position like this, down a pawn, say opposite colored bishops. I'm fine.
Hey,
Like
yo, is
I
that a
my
hanging
pawns are
queen there?
protected.
Hey, yo, hold up.
Ignore
That's a
that.
hanging.
Ignore that.
Okay.
Ignore that
Yeah.
part. Let's say Queen C3. The queen's on C3. I was just trying to show the structure.
Oh, and Hans gives us an answer. Bishop back.
Don't take the queen, guys. It's a trap. I promise. You'll hangmate later. Yeah, just Bishop D5. I don't know if I like this knight E5. Like this ability to play Bishop F6, trade this, say opposite colored bishops. My pawns are on light squares. I'm solid.
Oh
Um,
no, man. I hope we don't get opposite colored bishops. There's that world coming very fast.
okay, but opposite colored bishops with queens on the board is a very different thing than opposite colored endgames. Opposite colored bishop
Yeah.
endgames are very drawish. With queens on the board, if you can get an attack, opposite colored bishops
But the light
really
squares.
help
So
with the attack.
who gets an attack here? It's probably black. Okay, we get F3. Yes, F3. Let's go.
So we not just bishop f6. I don't. I'm missing it. I'm missing it. This looks totally fine for Hans. I was
Except
not
that
so
he has a
convinced
pawn.
after knight d2, but
He's still down a pawn, okay? Well, it's not totally
it's
fine.
it's fine. I mean, as you saw, like the white queen will hang.
Wait,
uh,
what if I just go back? Is there a world where I go like knight c4 and back to d6 and go back to these ideas? Because now you're not taking.
go back. I mean, you could. It feels slower,
Wait, did he
but
play a move?
in
He like left the
comparison,
board.
gotta
Oh, no,
get more
no.
T.
Okay, he didn't. He didn't.
He's gotta get more T.
That makes sense.
He felt the call. He
Can't
was
ru-
running out of fuel.
you can't run out of tea.
No, I mean knight c4 does seem way better than e4 at least. But what are you doing? Like you
Well,
can't play
okay.
bishop c3 to solidify. You can like never play e4 because d4 hangs.
And there is a threat, right? Knight b6 trying to win the pawn. Is that a thing?
No, because I have bishop b3 in between, right? Say I just play queen e7, I play bishop e3.
Okay, good point. That's an annoying
Oh,
knight
so
though.
maybe just queen e7 trying to play e5.
I'm not a believer. Not a believer. Wait a second. But you know what? He says he surprised us. Okay, he's found some interesting stuff. He can still surprise us some more.
Yeah. So no, maybe still. Hey, maybe just caution into the wind. Play G5. Go for it. Try and get
Whoa,
G4.
that
No. Too crazy. Actually, on a more reasonable note, I was wondering about H5. Because like just H4, try and break down G3 would be a better suggestion, better idea, better direction. Now you could try and go ultra boring. I did see the suggestion in chat of taking on c4 and queen d5 and just saying I'm down a pawn, but I'm going to be super solid.
oh, I would not go into a down upon same bishop endgame against a wonder.
It's yeah, but in
Hold
fairness, like
on.
you
You don't
double
fix the
up on the e
structure.
file,
I wouldn't take. I would leave the queen there.
you're gonna leave. Wait, so what move are you playing?
Like even rook c1. I would not fix the
C1.
structure.
I'm gonna play e5. I don't know if that rook, maybe the other rook. This rook's actually doing something. It's
Maybe he goes for this. This could be true.
it's kind of lame.
But a wonder's a grinder. All right, he is a grinder.
Yeah. He will definitely push to the very end. Now Hans hasn't moved actually, so he could be anticipating something like bishop e3 first before this. Thinking about that knight c4 idea, trying to give the queen some space here
And now where's the queen
could be a
go?
possibility. I would think just c3.
C3. Oh, we got to move.
Okay, he did play bishop b3.
Okay.
And if the queen does go c3, maybe you do have time to sneak queen d5 in before bishop e5.
And the
Oh, he
immediate
went
queen
to e.
e2.
He went e2.
I actually like this. E2 is good.
So he's keeping the support of this e4 break, and while also keeping the support of the knight going to c4. Bishop f6, knight c4. No tactics, huh? Bishop takes d4 unfortunately does not work because the knight can drop back e3.
Bummer.
No tactics there.
I would love for a wonder to do something better with this dark screw bishop.
I know it's just sitting on b4 doing something. I mean, I guess it maybe discourages b6, but it's the nature of the position. It's still relatively closed. The breakthroughs have not happened yet. This bishop, it will find a better home one day. It will find a better place. It's almost there. It's just around the horizon, I'm sure.
Eventually.
But in the meantime, because so queen d5 now, Actually, what are you doing after queen d5? Maybe now this bishop does something because you can't go rook d1. That square is covered. So bishop c3. But I could go bishop f6 now. And you don't have knight c4, and if you play e4, I actually just drop back and say, "Hey, now d4 is hanging. So knight c4, I'm going to take that."
Ugh, yeah, no, 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 no. Okay, hold up.
So
So we're
after
looking
queen
at
d5. After
d5.
queen d5.
Let me cook for white. Hold up.
Let him cook, let him cook.
Okay, D pawn. D pawn's a little sus. I want something exciting.
And
What can a
I'm
wonder
sure
do?
you'll find it.
Hey, hey,
Although okay, you could keep it simple and just play rook c1 and say I'm still going to play knight c4. Kind of boring, but I guess it works. Yeah. Simple
okay.
chess, huh? Okay,
My
wait. If,
my crazy idea.
okay,
Here
let's
it
hear it.
is. You ready? G4.
G4, you're going
You
to
asked
play
for
on the light squares?
you asked for crazy, okay?
Dang. Okay.
And ah, just- I know. I'm an attacking player. I just want to attack. I almost want to go F4 here and just say, okay, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that doesn't matter. It's fine. Just details,
I,
details.
I
Okay.
think yeah, I mean, but what's the point of G4? Like even if I do nothing,
All right. You know what?
I know you were going crazy. I know you're going
You
crazy.
asked
So
for my
I
crazy move.
respect.
I gave you one.
I understand. I understand.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Not crazy though. At Queen D5 seems to be very solid.
yeah, I think it's just a solid move back. Rook AC1, prepare the knight to drop back to C4 and ask you what you're doing because now you filled the effects of your queen being on D5 because knight B6 is a threat, and it's not just about the fork. If you play if you play Rook D8, which you kind of want to, put pressure on
No.
the D file.
No,
Yeah,
trap
this
queen.
yeah, the
No.
queen
Oh
has
man.
got nowhere to go. Nowhere to
You
go.
you imagine seeing a Botez Gambit at this level? No way.
No. Definitely not gonna happen. So Rook C1 should be the move against Queen D5. For the record, Hans has not played Queen D5, so he's considering other options against this Queen E2 move.
Yeah, he might surprise us again, but is the surprise worth it when you're at 10 minutes?
Ah,
A
it
wonder
is.
at 40. That
Yeah,
makes me nervous.
I'm kind of worried that this is the time to just play some sort of knight c4 bishop takes and say, hey, I'm solid and good luck winning. I don't like this though, but
He's got to make these choices soon.
how else do you break? I mean, h5 h4 it opens it up a little bit, but no convincing way. And if you're not careful, that could even be worse for you because white also has access to the h file. G5 G5 is possible. G5's not the
Oh,
most insane.
can't we just play bishop f6 and start with this first?
But I kind of liked the bishop covering d6. I mean, not that I'm excited to trade once that knight lands there, but it's
Wait,
possible.
hold up. You said that the tactic on d4 doesn't work because of 93, but does it all work out after bishop c4?
No, because queen takes. So take here,
And
queen
then I take a
takes,
check.
and
Right?
then
Do I get to infiltrate? Is there anything I can do here?
I don't know
No,
this.
there's not. There's
Look
nothing
at this.
really.
Look at this beautiful bishop on
Hey, we
b4.
see
Okay,
it.
bishop f6 was played.
He did play it.
So now knight c4 definitely, and yeah, no wonder playing knight c4 very quickly.
I like it.
And now the big moment. Now you could I guess play g5 here. Wait. Okay, a little adventurous. Oh, I want to play e5 because e5 knight
Whoa.
takes queen d5 is not crazy because you have bishop c4 and you're hitting the pawn, right? Like there's something behind it. But the problem is after takes, my idea would be to take c4, but this comes with check
Check.
and ruins my life.
Ultra blunder. Ultra blunder. Don't do it.
That was it just makes me sad. Um okay, but what about e5 take queen? No. No, knight b6. That's
No,
not an option.
I think you're asking for too much.
So, what does that leave you with? The options are either G5 or bishop takes C4 and just try and hold.
I think you just take in queen d5, and you hope to get the queens off. You hope that the e5 break saves you.
Yeah, let me see. Let me see. Uh, okay, from the camera view, I do have to say, I wonder. I mean, but Hans doesn't look completely uncomfortable. Like I wouldn't say he looks comfortable, and and I wonder looks like more excited. But I don't think Hans feels like it's game over yet. Yeah, we get the closer up view. Oh, what? Oh no,
Look
he
at
he pulled
that.
his shirt over his face. That's hold on. Maybe I spoke too soon. We got the
Yeah.
we got the shirt over the face. Uh-oh.
Shirt over the face. Oh, A Wonder locked in, brother. Look at him. He's scoping. I like the audience in the back. Nice to see.
Yeah. I do think Awonder is very good about using his opponent's time to think. Just from the games that I've seen. Like it's easy to look at this time advantage and be like, oh man, no wonder it's just the goat. Like he's just easily locking in. But I guarantee you, he's spending the hard effort during the moments Hans is thinking and going through the options and considering it and just using that time super effectively.
Yeah, for those of you asking in the chat, they're playing at the Blitz Society in Paris. Very gracious host. Make sure to check
Yeah,
them out when you're in Paris.
and super cool there. Even it looks like some spectators in the back, which is awesome. People coming out to witness this live.
Okay, Hans dipping under 10 minutes, guys. This is kind of the point where you have to like GMs call it bailing out. You go for the bailout option. That's kind of what you're stuck with. You don't want to play a full length game now.
Yeah, that's the lower he gets on time, the more I would anticipate this bishop takes c4, queen d5, just trying to solidify.
Okay, well,
But
let me steel man this for Hans, okay? Let's say we get that exchange, we get queen d5. Oh, king h8.
oh, the very patient
Whoa.
move.
The time control includes a 30-second increment, so he will not flag, but still.
Okay, is the anticipation that if the knight lands on d6, now we play a e5?
It must be, but it doesn't look cute.
I don't know. I see there's so many hanging pawns.
I don't know, man. I don't know about this. This is
Yeah, it's
for
not it's
the
not too convincing. I mean, just take f5, and if you take everything, and I get the trade and still stay up a pawn.
yeah, and this the bar doesn't like it.
Okay.
I wonder with kind
Okay.
of a slow response, but very reasonable.
He's just playing bishop c3, so he doesn't even want to calculate those e5 potential ideas. He's just like this is kind of it's interesting. This has been the method for Wonder almost this entire game. It's like when Hans commits a little bit, he commits a little bit. When Hans is patient, he's patient. Like he's very much just matching his play, but doing it faster and now putting the pressure on him on the clock. And make no mistake, like a Wonder will do something at some point in breaking through. Like we could see knight d6 soon, and probably an eventual e4. But Hans is challenging him enough, and it's just this interesting like back and forth matching of the pace.
Well, but also like I wonder is the one with the time because he's the one up the pawn. He doesn't have to. He's not pressured to break right away.
Yeah, no, no, for sure. Um, Knight d6 on the horizon, or knight b6. Both look pretty interesting. I don't know.
Both
Maybe knight
nasty.
d6 isn't, because knight d6. Could we see like a knight d6 b6 bishop back to b4? Is that how crazy is that
We
possibility?
could see it. We could see it. You know, for the wild though, do we even need to put the knight in? I almost feel like it's sitting on c4. It exudes like just as much power.
Yeah, just the anticipation of it. Now, the one thing I'm really thinking about, I don't like this rook on a8. So maybe just a simple move like queen c7 to reposition this rook away from a8 and start supporting the center is, if you move the queen off of the d file, e4 starts to open up as a more realistic idea. I don't
Yeah.
love.
To those asking in chat, no, Hans did not give a time advantage to a wonder. There's no. They started with the same time for sure. He's just been in the tank longer.
Yeah, he's been under pressure. He's had a very cramped position and been looking for that breakthrough, but has yet to find it. But okay, hold on. I'm trying to
Up.
think of breakthroughs.
Yeah.
Oh, he went queen e7. Okay, so he is just moving the queen, opening this rook, probably going to plant it on d8. I would love to see a world where like the knight comes to d6 and he actually sacks the exchange. Could be a lot of fun, like really dominating the light squares. He couldn't do it right away. I mean, just anticipating something like this, he could not be done right away because you're gonna lose two exchanges
Yeah.
with bishop b4. But I would like to see something like this.
Well, maybe you swing with the other rook then.
Start with rook f d8.
Yeah, run out of those problems. But I'm not gonna lie, guys. It's this is like pure advantage white. It's
Yeah, just
white.
a comfortable edge. The only saving grace is this light square bishop. And at this point, not really on an offensive manner, but a solidifying manner. I mean, you see Hans's pawns is very meticulously planted them on these light squares, and this bishop on b3 just being the foundation of holding everything in the long run.
So how do we get e4 in for white? That's the dream, right? I want e4 in.
That does feel like the dream, but supporting that is a little annoying. Knight
Yes.
d6, you actually, I think you do have to be careful of allowing some sort of b6. That does start to breathe at least a tiny bit of life. There's also e5. Like this knight is doing it is doing a job in just covering these squares, which are Hans's breakthrough squares currently.
That's what I'm saying. It's like almost better there.
But if you don't put the knight on d6, then rook d8 is going to come, and you have to be careful of d4. So what if we just throw caution into the wind and play e4 right now? Like what's actually
That's
happening?
that's what I'm thinking. Because e5
Ooh.
is nasty.
But okay, say I take.
Okay, I take with the pawn.
Okay, and can I get away with e5?
Ooh, I don't know. Let me think about this. Let me think. This feels saucy.
I'm kind of liking it. Oh, hold on, we're breaking through. I have hope. I have breath. Yeah,
Oh
because
man, I so badly want rook f6 and force you to take with the rook, and knight takes e5 looks so fun.
whoa.
But I can't force you to take with the rook. Yeah. But if you take with
Wait,
the
wait,
rook,
wait, wait, wait.
you want
But
to force
even
it?
I was gonna
Oh
say
wait,
even
with
taking with a
that dark square
pawn.
bishop.
Hold on, this is actually not the most insane thing because pawn takes, like bishop takes already is looking bad. Although just queen takes c5 and you have to drop back and that
Yeah,
really kills it.
that's why I want knight takes. Like if I knew the rook would take and I could take with the knight, I feel like I get all these benefits, and you won't be able to stop them.
Okay. going down a rabbit hole here, but I was like,
The the
what if queen e3 and let's see, you take the piece and
no, no, no.
I'm threatening checkmate. I'm threatening
This
checkmate.
this is what you do in Blitz. I know you. We're not
And
in
I get
three.
away with it. I get
We're
away
not in
with it all
three.
the
Oh,
time.
this is
This
not
is
3-0, Caden.
this is let me live my dream. I will win this game. Yeah, the light square blockade is gonna be too powerful. But
Yeah.
there's something to this. Like this actually isn't completely insane, but I do anticipate this is what Hans would do. Like you take e4, you play e5, you start contesting it. This lingers now, like that king h8 move earlier. I think that
Poor
was a
thought.
smart decision just to leave open the potential of taking on c4. I mean, this bishop holds a lot together, but this knight's also a pain in the rear end. So just having that potential to take it, I think, is good. And yeah, I don't hate this. And e5 is kind of lingering now with just this queen e7 move, rook d8, putting
But
pressure on d4.
look, I hear what you're saying. Black is about to untangle. And so that's why if I'm a wanderer, I'm ready to start throwing blows. I that's the feeling I'm getting. I feel like we gotta go E4.
Well, but that's kind of the hard thing is I'm not even saying I'm gonna untangle. I'm almost saying that I'm ready to deal with the blows. So if you play e4, like great, I'll play e5. If you don't, like I'm gonna hold down the fort and say you don't have a breakthrough. And this makes this a very tough decision. I mean, this is the live position. Wonder has 33 minutes. I think this is a big decision moment because you only have so much time. If you give me the moment to bring my even just my rook to d8 and pressure d4, it makes e4 exponentially harder to
That's what
play.
I'm saying. E4's gotta be done.
Ah,
It's time to throw blows.
but I'm just not convinced in the take and the dealing with this e5 move. Yeah, you gotta find some magic here after e5.
The fact that Rook F6 felt interesting tells me that there's magic on the board here. I'm just not a fish, so I haven't found it yet.
There's magic on the board. Uh, okay, but it feels like you have to play Rook F6 now or you lose the chance forever. Type deal. Like the magic has
Well,
to happen or
okay, and then, okay, was there anything else after Rook F6, pawn takes? Instead of going into your line right away, is there an in between here?
and like slow like knight d6.
Yeah, and like the dark squares are still like very speculative eventually.
Um,
Is there a world
actually,
here? Knight
not
F4 kind of
crazy.
grows. Take on E5 later. I mean,
I would be willing to concede there is. Like it's just so annoying. Okay, I think I play Rook d8. I'm not saying I'm gonna sack the exchange, but I think I need to have the possibility, or at least some sort of contention. Like, what else do you do? Because Bishop e6 to try and deal with Knight f5, just you take the pawn. So if that's not an option, I don't know what else. But there's like a take Queen H. This is not crazy, actually. It's
I
the
like the not crazy moves.
it's not crazy.
It's very scary, man. It feels scary.
Okay, if you take, oh man, taking here first, just I'm hating my soul.
And this is what makes me believe that it's the moment to push E4.
Okay, but it seems contingent on liking Rook takes f6. Because if you don't play Rook takes f6, like what are you doing? I'm gonna take here, and you can't move the queen really because it's stuck defending this, and c5 is a problem.
Yeah,
Um,
I hear
like it
you. I
feels like
hear
you
you.
have to take. Is there okay, you can't take here because this, right? That's pretty game over. Is there any Rook? Maybe Rook takes is better actually.
See,
Even though you lose a pawn.
I was all about the rook takes
Even though you
for
lose a
white, for
pawn.
white.
Yeah, what we take with the knight, rook
Uh-huh.
f8.
and maybe queen h5, or maybe no, maybe that gives you freedom. Maybe queen g4. Like you got to bring some
Mm,
more in. Oh wait, did I see the move or they were just adjusting?
just
No,
adjust.
they're just
Just adjust.
adjusting.
Just adjust.
Well, I mean, a wonder has the time to think. This could be a very good moment for his 20-minute think of the game.
Yeah, because I think you need a breakthrough here. These rooks are surprisingly annoying just in tying the queen down because, I mean, it's not like rook f2 is the end of the world, but it's just the fact that rook f2 could happen and, queen
No, no,
g5 somewhere. Like, you have to be a
yeah,
little bit cautious.
you can't allow rook up to you. So okay, let's go back to e4 then, or right before e4. Does a wonder have another like pass back move again, or I just don't want black to get this to finish their setup, to finish their full defense. Like I don't want to give them that time.
But the problem is, like, give black time, then I would say the justifiable reason of giving black time is if you reposition your rook to the d file. But teleporting this rook to d2 just it's so hard. Like, you have to go rook e1, queen d3, rook e2, then rook d2, and then you don't really want the queen in the way, so then you go back queen e2. But that feels like the clearest improvement. The only other improvement I would think is something with rook f2. Like, if there's no clear way of jumping, which is always on the table, maybe find some way of jumping. It would be like doubling up on the f file in anticipation of e4.
Okay, I don't
But
hate that,
But by
except
the
that
time you do this, I don't care. Like, I'm not taking on e4 because the only reason I think we were taking on e4 is just to anticipate like e5 or e takes f5 because e takes f5 is annoying if we try to push. But now if you go e4, like, I'm just taking. Like, that's not, and I'm gonna play rook takes f5 and I'm just not bothered. So you lose a lot of that play unless you try and get a well-timed. I don't know, just play a move. Like, maybe you get a well-timed knight d6 and then e4, so you allow b6 and try to break.
oh well, I don't know if I believe in this.
It looks really messy.
Yeah, the whole thing feels kind of loose.
Yeah, but if it works, it works.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. I mean, I guess what you take c5, take.
Yeah, and then take on c3 and
Whoa, wait a second, wait a second.
what?
There's no e5, right? Probably not. I was wondering if I could trap your bishop,
Can you take on d4? Yeah.
but my knight would be the problem. Like, I'm actually threatening like bishop c5 in a funny way, like free the knight. So I guess I could just take two. But you take. Oh, rook takes d6. Now I hit your queen, so you don't have time to take. Hold on, this
Okay,
e5
okay. There's trouble.
actually does linger because, yeah, e5, bishop g5, f4 traps it.
So I mean, I'm hearing that like e4 is just gonna do well. Maybe okay. So maybe a wonder can jump in first then.
Eh, Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing. Okay, now, in fairness, that was contingent. I just played like a nothing move, h6, and it was contingent, like the at least bishop trapped part of it, but it's still like very solid e5 f4. Um, so I think there is a world where you like very patiently prepare for e4. I don't know if you have to double. I don't know. I mean, he could go for this. This may not be as ridiculous as I didn't like allowing b6. Maybe with this e5 idea, you could even go for it immediately, and you give back the pawn and play f4 and say, hey, look at the connect 4. GG, I
Ew.
got connect 4. But also, I'm completely dominating the dark squares. This bishop's crying tears over here.
And
And
and the
I'm
C
going to
file is
do.
ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna pile up on the C file, which actually strangely brings the potential for a move like even Rook AC1 originally preparing for all of this. There's a reason. There's a reason Awonder is spending a lot of time here because you have all these breakthroughs and anticipating like, do you allow Black to play Rook AD8 first? Do you prepare it with Rook C1? Do you prepare it with doubling? Do you just go for E4 immediately?
Okay, let me hit you with something because the chat is asking. I think this is since we're exploring, we have the time. Someone's like, "Hey, I'm weirdly attracted to knight d2," and I'm not seeing it, but he is.
Knight
Make him
D2.
unattractive with this move.
Make him make him unattractive. Man, chess players have it hard enough as it is. I gotta go and make him unattractive.
Oh gosh.
I would think just E5 would be like my first instinct. And okay, so take what do we do? Queen C4.
Oh, but how you take on d4 maybe?
Take
You just start
I
piling up.
think I would want maybe I don't know if I want the trade.
Yeah.
Kind of
Well, if you
hard to
trade too much
anticipate.
here, it's you're going to start bailing out into probably an okay endgame.
I think I do prefer this because the bishop actually provides support for E1. But I'm just trying to take a pawn. Just take a pawn. Although maybe now I can trade and try and pile up on the D pawn.
Yeah, this is you haven't convinced this guy yet. I need you to
Um,
do better. Not 92 might be a move.
no, it's definitely move. Okay, F4. I'm gonna checkmate you.
Whoa, whoa,
I'm gonna
whoa.
checkmate the face.
Okay. That's I don't even know that White needs to do anything about that.
I'll make you do something about it.
I get it. You want to play check. I go rookie one first.
Okay. I got some threats. I got some ideas.
Okay, you think you have ideas.
I'm cooking up now.
Okay, King G2.
Damn it. Just
All right, I take.
take. Okay, I'm just gonna calmly play Rook D8, hit the D pawn in case you take. Maybe I didn't need to rush with taking. Actually, let me not rush with taking. Like it's not going anywhere. You're not gonna take me.
That's fair. I mean, I feel like both of us could play this game. Rookie 4.
Okay,
Support, I'm gonna
now I take.
sure now I take back.
Ah,
You know, I'll get that pawn in my sweet time. I'll double up.
yeah. This is
Now black could hold this, but it's not where you want to be for sure. And
no, it's
not where I
not
want to be with
convincing.
5 minutes for sure.
Yeah,
And
so
let
that
me
brings
see
me
that.
back to this Queen F7. I mean the taking of B3 really annoying, but maybe this whole E5 was it too rushed? But if I drop back, you hit me with E4. So if I'm not playing E5, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, wait, maybe hold on. Maybe I rushed. So this was the move, right? Queen C4 here.
Mhm.
Trying to think if I had like an F4. Like I didn't have to rush with taking here either. So maybe I just start Rook D8.
Okay. I don't dislike this. I mean, it feels natural. Just bring the rook over.
You're gonna go over D1.
Yeah.
See, now I take.
Now, now I take with the bishop.
Okay,
Because if we're gonna go into this, I'd rather go all the way to just heavy piece endgame.
take.
Now I take back.
Now F4 I'm hoping is a little bit more dangerous. But I don't know, because I
How is
guess
it
in
more dangerous?
oh,
I mean,
I thought in that previous line, or the benefit of that previous line is you struggled taking here because of some queenie threes, but I guess now you could just take. It's not as
yeah, it
dangerous.
seems
Okay,
like we
wait, so
might end
bishop
up
take.
in a preferable end game for a wonder, but I would like him to win in more spectacular fashion like that rook takes f6. Oh, we got a move finally. Looks like it was a
And
preparatory move.
and Rook AE1.
All right. Preparation. Making
Operation.
that black queen feel kind of nervous though.
Okay. But preparation for what?
Or e4. It's got to be e4.
But what does the Rook E1 help with? Okay, so Rook D8, right?
Okay. Now 90. Yep.
Yeah,
96. Yep.
D6. Assuming B6 is my go-to.
And I still think e4.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree. I just don't.
I just think now that my rook is there, the e takes f5 is like a real problem.
Okay, so if take, I'm not sure about taking.
We got to take back. Can't let that knight hang.
Okay, so you're not going, see, because I thought I was thinking, E5 earlier,
Oh,
but
you
then
want?
Rook A1 doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I thought we concluded that one was good, but
Oh, I mean, I really like this type of E5 ideas. I just don't see, like, in trying to anticipate what a Wonder is thinking with Rook A1, to me, it doesn't make sense that this is what he would be going for.
yeah. So that's why I feel like you got to take with the pawn and keep taking on f5 alive.
Take this pressure.
I mean, it's unpleasant. That's unpleasant.
A7.
Two.
Hey, but what's your idea? I mean, I'm not saying like I'm creating any serious threat, but my bishop holds the light squares and my queen just applies pressure and
Oh, wait. I think he made a move. That's good because he doesn't have a lot of time.
yeah, he's gotta move. Okay, he did play Rook 88. Now we get to see. Like, a Wonder is gonna have to
Okay.
educate us himself as to what the hope is. I mean, all these E4 idea or knight D6 E4 look reasonable for white. I don't clue in to this Rook AE1 unless the whole point was just to bring the rook off of A8 for some reason. That he knows this is the move that Hans wants to play and he's just gonna okay, cool, like play it.
Yeah. This is why I feel like e4 earlier might have been the way, but okay. He's got to bring the knight in. The queen's
The
too tied.
Yeah, I guess knight B6 never makes sense because of E5
Wait.
right away.
Unless now we go knight d2.
Now knight D2. Yeah, I mean I could see the vision if knight D2 the annoyance was E5, like somewhere you're saying this lineup
Yeah.
is
Now it's
nice.
okay.
Take here. I mean, especially I feel like Queen F7 though. Okay, he did go knight D6, so it's all headed in this
Oh,
direction. So like
yeah.
everything he's doing is making sense except for like why Rook AE1 was the top preparation move. But maybe it has nothing to do. Maybe he is saying that this is like something like E5 is the ideal line, but he played Rook AE1 anticipating another variation that's just not relevant now. Like maybe there's somewhere where black ignores or plays something different than B6, where E4 is now going to be extra strong.
And then, it makes sense. I mean, this is what they teach you, right? All the GM coaches, like bring all your stuff to the center of the board before you start pushing, finish development. Like, okay, finally
Yeah,
seeing
yeah.
some principled chess here.
Good old, following the good old principles. Oh, what a beautiful day. Um,
So, and here we go.
okay, he does play B6. They're following all these moves, and now strongly would anticipate E4. I think knight d6 only makes sense because of e4, right? Because you want this queen to have some freedom along the e file. You don't want it tied down to defending. You also need to protect d4.
Okay, but I'm just gonna be that person. What if a wonder goes back with his bishop,
Don't
bishop
do it. Don't.
d4?
I knew that was coming. Don't do it.
Uh,
Come on. What boring chess. This
but
time I'll complain. Bishop e4 fine before. Now I'll complain.
I
Um
mean, it's an idea. It basically
I
kills your
take.
b6.
I take.
You're gonna take? Okay, I take.
And I offer a draw. I don't know.
You offer
Um
a draw. You're just sad inside.
Yeah, of course. I don't want to play this position. Like, what are you just trying to? You're trying to the suck the soul out of my chess love, like right now. Just be bishop b4. Don't do any of the fun stuff.
Hey, I
And
want the fun stuff. I'm just saying maybe a wonder wants this. Maybe he wants something else. What's the other options?
okay, maybe actually g5 now becomes a very legitimate idea though, because I just want to put the queen on g7 and make the most of this now open diagonal.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, we can go back to E4. Again, I was just throwing it out there. It's not what my heart wants. My heart wants E4.
Yeah, I mean it's worth considering. It's been part of the strategy this game. I think for a wonder is just make Hans suffer and or at least make Hans find the breakthrough. Right? I'm gonna keep solid. You need to find the breakthrough. If you don't break through, I'm gonna slowly just improve my position.
Okay, wait,
It's
hold
not a bad
up.
strategy.
Let me throw you a crazy line.
Uh-oh.
No, it's too crazy. I won't do it. No,
Dang. If it was
too
G4
crazy.
again,
No, no,
Queen
no, no.
A6.
No, there's just like some mild hopes that like if you take on B6 and go two pieces for the rook, and you keep the passed pawn somewhere and make it scary,
Oh,
but I don't think you can.
oh yeah, two bishops. I mean, two pieces for a rook. We all know two pieces tend to be better.
But
But
my
if
hope
those
is that if you keep that passed pawn, maybe you could be scary. But I don't believe in
this is a lone wanderer over on B6 that
it.
is gonna get eaten by the sharks so fast.
Hey, that's his name, okay? That's his name.
The lone wanderer walks the streets. Yeah, that's too crazy. I think this is the decision point. E4 is the more aggressive approach. Bishop B4 is the more solid. I really think he should go E4 though. Is there anything other than B takes C5? I think it has to be B takes C5, right?
No, it's the only move I see.
I mean, I guess you could take first on
No,
E4, but
don't take on E4. Oh gosh, don't do it.
it's it's
Oh
it's
gosh.
it's theoretically possible. No, I was just trying
Hey,
to. I was wondering if there was like a way I could make E5 because now F5 is not hanging.
you're right. There's just a giant hole in F5. Ugh.
That's fine.
Okay, okay,
That's
but
fine. That's
I'm
fine.
I'm
That's
not I'm
fine.
not in love with this. I'd be very nervous.
True, but I do think this is the kind of position Hans wants. Like, there's two strategies you can go for when you're lower on time, and you've been defending. You take it just very like you just buckle down, say it's fine. Like I know I'm worse, but you have to prove it. Or you take it a bit more dynamic, a bit more wild, and this with the pawn tension and the pieces starting to get into play. This does fall in that category of hey, you're still human and you're gonna have to navigate this. And even though I'm lower on time, I'm trusting the fact that the position is so crazy that your extra time doesn't matter as much.
Yeah, it's a go-to. It's
Hmm.
create chaos so that there's chances. I get it. I get it.
Whoa, wait. There was a suggestion in chat so crazy, I have to look at it. So take e5, right? We were looking at this. Now I'm not sure at this point white couldn't take f6. Like when you still have the f pawns, it seemed like taking on f6 and queen takes d6 was bad. But with the
Oh,
openness, this is a little more dangerous. But the suggestion is queen takes d6 here.
With bishop
Uh,
d4 and bishop d5?
I
Ah,
I
so cheeky.
I
Okay.
love it, but this king might be able to just camp out on h3 a little too conveniently.
Ooh, man. Someone's saucy in the chat.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. This would be beautiful if like King H1 was forced. That would be what
Okay.
we want to see in a chess game.
But it's like, is there a version of this that's possible? Can we make this happen soundly somewhere?
Um, I don't know. Okay, wait. Without the open F file, so you want a
Whoa, whoa, hold on.
positional approach. Hold
No,
on.
wait a second. Wait a second. No, 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 no. This is too much.
Is it though?
Yes.
I
Queen for
e
two
takes
bishops?
c5
Yes.
is on the board, by the way. Yeah, but I'm just gonna play c5. This bishop's solid forever.
Wait.
Easy for Blitz. It's not the craziest. It's not the worst. Two
Not the
pieces
worst,
for
he
a queen.
says.
Like, you have to find a breakthrough. It
Or
actually reminds me of the Amon Hambleton England Gambit line he plays, where he sacks the queen and very similarly just says, "I'm controlling the position. Good luck breaking through." Now, the way people
man.
usually break through in that is they sack the exchange, right? So they keep the queen for a rook and a piece, but give up the rook just to open it. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's not the craziest. We do have b takes e5 on the board.
A
This
big
is
moment.
a big moment.
Does he
Although,
push? Does he take back?
yeah, I could just take back. Honestly, with this rook at e1, taking back probably feels more in line with trying to make sense of that move. But I have for a good while now preferred this e5 idea, just really trying to clamp down on the position. I mean, maybe it's
But
not big deal. Like
that's where you
even if
get these saucy ideas though.
yeah, and that's like maybe you could advocate for black and just say, "Hey, I have bishop d5. This is protected. Sure, you have a clamp, but so what? Like
And you
you're
you play for G5 here.
yeah, it's not insane. So I mean, as well, I have like these positions. Maybe with the inclusion of rook a e1,
Oh, oh.
this is starting to make sense.
I see notation,
Yeah,
and he
d takes
does
c5.
succeed. Yeah.
Yeah, with rook a e1, that feels correct. So now where does that leave us?
I mean, you take on C3. I just feel like
Hey, why can't I do this? Why is this not just why do we not just like this for black?
well, because white's up a pawn.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, who cares?
Who cares, brother? We're about to hit an
Yeah,
end game.
it's a pawn. It's fine.
It's fine, he says. Oh, oh, he's reached, and he takes.
Okay,
Yeah,
he
he takes
does
on
take.
C3.
So live position is bishop takes, b takes. But I mean, I don't want to take e4.
And he pushes F4. Why we
Yeah,
nailed it.
of course. Like you don't want to take on e4. That's just going to open this up. You don't want to allow takes. Like he has the rook on a1, and I'm going to say, so what? You have your rook on a1. Congrats. What
Whoa,
is it
bro,
doing?
the bar does not like this. Oh my
Oh, it shot
goodness.
up. Okay, so he has to have. Wait, is just like a
Queen
straight
queen
up
A6.
something queen a6 annoying now?
But I thought you just defend it.
But is it so? Oh, he's clamping down with e5.
E5 first.
E5 first. That the queen a6 might linger, but I guess not wanting to allow any e5 from Hans.
Okay, but okay, so but black star I mean light square bishop is really poor because white always has C4. So that bishop's kind of
Yeah.
useless.
Yeah,
It's
it
basically
is funny how that double pawn works.
oh, and he's starting to
Um,
move quick.
okay, queen g5, trying to apply pressure where he can.
But how are you gonna I don't know.
Okay, so king, what are we saying? King g2? I mean, I don't know what the next step is. for a wonder though, because you have to be somewhat mindful of your king side. Like, I'm not saying you're losing there, but surely you don't have the complete freedom to just throw your pieces and hope. Like maybe I just play Rook B8 here with some dream of Rook B2, but I guess C4 could just be annoying. Like you say, hey,
Yeah.
I'm not playing Queen A6, but your bishop sucks.
Immediate king G2. This is what we're seeing.
King G2 has been played. So C4 could be on the docket.
I
Maybe
I don't see the danger for white.
no. I mean the danger is more once you commit to your plan, right? Like I just want to keep it as dangerous as possible over here, so that your pieces are tied down defending.
You're gonna okay, okay. I see what
But
you're saying.
this bishop's sad. Like I almost want to play Queen G6 to try and sneak this bishop here. Not that white has to allow it, but this is the biggest problem for Hans.
So can what if black just continues like H5, H4? He just wants to like go all out. Oh, oh.
Yeah, H5.
Ah,
Hey,
there it is. We
he's
strike
going. He's
again.
going.
Strike again.
No, it's a good idea. Try to keep the tension as best as possible. I I actually really like this direction for Hans. Like I see the eval bar. I see that it's gotten even better for a wonder. And yeah, positionally, it looks good. He's up a pawn. But for being down on time, for having the worst position, this to me at least gives hope. Like you at least have some chance if you miss a tactic, if you miss a moment, and I'm gonna be checkmating you. I'm gonna get a well-timed h4. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna play rook f4 and rook f8s and bishop d5. Like it lingers really well. Uh, but I guess my question would be, okay, what if I just
C4.
play c4? Are you actually creating any problems for me, or is this all optimism?
I mean, you're gonna get stuck soon because you can't push again. It almost feels like G4 and you've just cocooned.
Yeah, if you push this anticipate.
I
Oh yeah,
mean,
this looks bad. This looks bad.
so
No, no.
so
So
you're
okay,
gonna run
but
out of options for black.
I take first timidly.
You take first.
But now
Okay.
this just lingers.
Yeah, but if we counter open, then well, white's gonna win because they hold the center.
Yeah,
So probably we see C4 from a wonder. That's just a good move. It's just
yeah. Just shut this bishop down on b3.
so useful.
What else? What else?
Okay, and then okay, Queen G6 after C4. We go back to this idea.
Yeah, I was just kind of anticipating. Like, what if you're
Wow,
just
Rook
really
C1.
annoying? Just
Wow,
really annoying.
I would be so annoyed at you here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
but
that bishop.
I just
Oh
make
my
this
good.
bishop cry.
I am crying inside. That bishop. Oh, jeez. I don't I hate this position. I don't even know what to do here.
Yeah,
This is rough.
you need some sort of inspiration after C4. That's to inspire the people.
Maybe
Wait,
you
there. Okay, is there any way to make use of? Like, I'm seeing this potential. I'm like wondering if there's any.
how do you clear the night?
You go for the dumbest bait of all time. Just
My goodness.
maybe he forgets.
But even
What
then,
the hell just did what? He just what? Who the allowed him to do that? What is King
okay. You know,
H3?
I
Is
like it. Hold up. Hold up. He's saying if you don't commit right now, I'm gonna blow you open and actually destroy you on the G file. I
on
okay,
the
I don't hate this. I don't hate this.
no, no, G what?
What do you
G5?
mean? He played King H3. What else do you want from them?
I don't know. I
There's
don't
no.
want king h3. What a
This is the only idea.
I
The
mean, I
king h3
respect it, but what?
on balls right there. Okay,
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 so
Wonder.
but take now h4, right? You don't have rook h1. So now I'm gonna say I'm gonna play h4.
Okay. I mean, here you have to push or rook
Push
g1. It's like
rook g. But rook
the only
g1, I
option.
want to play bishop d5 now, and I'm starting to dream.
Yeah, see, I wanted c4 first. C4 first.
Yeah, was he? No, maybe he was annoyed with h4.
Here, let's go back
Uh,
to the live position. Hold up.
okay, king g8.
King
Okay, so Han's
g8.
prepping some sort of h4 maybe, which is actually I have no idea.
No, I think this is just a kind of like a pass back move. Like, okay, now what do you do? You were waiting for me.
c4, easy.
C4
Yeah,
on the
c4 was
board.
played.
C4. Thank you. Thank you. And but now for Hans, I what you want? Like, what are you gonna do? Man, King is
um,
three, man.
h3 is still crazy. It
That's one of
seems
those
I
moves. Move of the day.
yeah.
Actually, no. Bishop F1 move of the day.
Bishop f1 was very good. I wonder, to his credit, has played a fantastic game. Like I think the way Hans has played, he would have gotten a fantastic position against most players, but I wonder's just traded blow for blow and managed to keep the pressure and keep the initiative quite well. Some type of rook takes d6. I would love a rook takes d6, but this king's just so ready to jump back that I
What? Rook takes d6 is crazy. You can't afford that material.
yeah. I mean, it has to lead to checkmate.
Because the queen still holds the c4 pawn. Without the knight, you still have a dead bishop. You're basically playing with one rook, one queen.
Okay, just rook d7. Screw it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no,
Oh,
he takes g3.
okay.
I
Let's
did have an
see.
idea. Rook d7 and then some sort of like g6 to open up rook h7
Rook H.
ideas
Oh
was
my
the dream.
goodness. The caveman chess.
Yeah, he's playing
Oh,
h4. I wasn't sure about this after just rook g1.
I mean, that might be why he played king g8.
What do you do now?
Starting to get nervous
G1.
for him. But I mean, he's at 2 minutes. He doesn't have a ton of time to come up with anything. He just has to take his shots.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the time pressure is starting to be felt at the craziest time, right? Like this is the moment you don't want time pressure as a player, but you do want time pressure as a spectator. Because it's gonna lead to like if this game ends in a draw, I
No way. No
so
way.
sad. Like this has the makings of a decisive result through and through.
Yeah. It's too saucy for that. So, okay, if A Wonder wins 4 points here, what is he in the world?
Um he probably jumps up to like 22nd in the world.
Dang. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Is
And
there any worlds that I play bishop c2 and try to get rook takes f3 and just throw caution into the wind?
it does feel cautionless.
Thank you.
I, uh,
Okay,
okay.
take,
I
take.
take.
Ah, man, like
Okay.
borderline not even threatening anything because you could just play king h2. I guess h takes g3 is probably the threat here. 'Cause then queen h5
Okay.
is starting to get
What
real
about
dangerous.
94?
94, a check.
Okay, that check is annoying.
Check is really annoying actually, and I can just play like rook d3 next, and still I want to take g3.
Dude, that knight feels like it covers everything, but that check, it's a pain. It's a pain.
I actually like this. I mean, this, as you brought up earlier, this is very much in my Blitz style, is
Yes,
to
this
play
is your
something like
3-0
this.
style.
But I also don't know what else we do here. Like after Rook G1, it seems pretty clear. Like he just wants to take. He plays Rook G3, plays Rook G1, and he's the one making the use of this G file. We could take, I guess. I didn't think about this too much. Actually, we could take. No. Oh man, I wanted to play Queen H6 and then revisit this Rook F5 idea. He could take because it hits our Queen too. But maybe we just take and play like Rook F4 is
And now you're
possible.
just gonna trade Rook H1?
Yeah. And I don't know, this does feel better for white.
Yeah, this feels happy for me at the end of the day. Happy for A Wonder. But
Yeah.
Hans, he
Me
can
too.
still he could cook here
Yeah, it's
because
not over.
our knight's not doing anything until the end. It wins in the end. It's not winning right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the knight's dominating the bishop overall. Um, so that's another possibility. So Rook G1 might not be so simple. So is there another idea here? I mean, there's
Just
got to
don't
be another idea.
don't
Wonder
blunder
spending a
mate
lot
in
of
one.
time. uh, um, 94. No, you could just hang E5. So it has to be Rook G1 or G4, right?
G4, Queen F4, and like you have the same problems, don't you?
I'm going all in. I
Oh,
fear
hold up.
nothing.
No, I sack my rook. Can I? Oh no, I can't sack the rook. I was gonna say sack my rook king f7, but
Okay,
queen takes it.
probably G5, Rook D7.
That's
Uh,
enough.
looks. Well, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh
No,
no
it's
no,
unnecessary.
because Rook H1, Queen takes F3 might be.
You're asking for it here. You're asking for it here.
I mean, the king's on H3. It needs to go. It needs to run. It needs to
Yeah,
breathe.
G4 feels. Yeah, I feel like Hans would be happy.
Yeah. Oh wait. There's an incredible idea. King takes H4. Bishop takes C4.
Oh, extra deflection.
Oh my goodness. Bishop takes C4 is actually amazing because Queen takes. This is just checkmate. Pretty simple.
Yeah.
And if knight takes, the reason I want to clear this knight is king f7 now with rook h8. I get the rook
This,
there faster.
yeah, that's what I wanted earlier, but this is that's nice.
Okay,
Hold
so
up.
that's random thought. So there's definitely no king takes h4. That's
You're asking for trouble.
that's yeah,
You're
but
like
what else do you do if g4? Because he hasn't played he hasn't played rook g1.
okay.
I don't
Is
see anything else but g4.
I mean, is
But
Queen H2 just not possible at all, or what's wrong with this?
I just bishop takes c4 forever because I'm also hitting f1. So if you leave that pawn, I'm gonna take it, and
Yeah.
between captures or rookie
Now the
four.
queen feels overloaded. Yeah, I just don't like G4 overall. It again, it felt like Hans Niemann is very happy G4 gets played.
So
But if these ideas exist in the G4 lines, it means that it's still saucy in Rook G1.
yeah,
Like,
it's still saucy either way.
yeah, they're going to exist.
Yeah. Um, it could he actually didn't even think about this one. What if he just takes h4? I'm ready to throw the queen, the king, ready to throw the king and play king takes h4, but I have not been ready to play g takes h4. What's actually wrong with this
Hmm.
move?
What's wrong with this? I'll tell you right
Just,
now.
just
Yeah. Uh-huh.
okay.
Yep,
Long
that
term.
looks great. That and Rook F4 does it's a little scary. And you want Rook G4?
You're. I don't know.
I still want a
Yes.
world where like Rook F4, Rook G4, like some in between Bishop C4. Like you want some of this stuff to actually work out.
Yeah, it's funny. I actually did notice the eval bar drop just a smidge with c4, and I wonder if it's because some of these bishop takes c4 ideas are just surprisingly annoying. Even though you have two pieces guarding it, both
Man,
these pieces are serving such a good purpose that them having to move is a big downside.
so
Actually, looking at this, I think just Queen H5 is better. Like, just don't allow Rook G1. But no. Oh, maybe now if Queen E4, then you drop back.
now the queen's getting active.
Stuff's kind of happening. I don't know about this now.
F4.
F4, yeah, F4. Feels
And
like there's got to be some dance.
you might even like want to give up the F pawn just to clear the E pawn to become a pass pawn one day.
Yeah, breakthrough with F5. Ay, ay, ay.
But we should see some decisions soon. A Wonder giving up time advantage, matching Hans on the clock. I mean, they're a minute apart now. They're, this is not going to get easy.
Oh, Bishop
Uh,
C2 is getting murky here, by the way, because of just Rook takes F3, and then I have some repetition ideas.
deal. No. Hans done a great job at like posing actual questions. Actually, the strategy you talked about, he did it so well. Create enough chaos to make it difficult and hope something happens. He's executing that plan.
Yeah, I mean this has been excellent. Like I think both players have played a very very good game. It's been engaging. It's had some very patient moments, some back and forth moments, and somehow is finalizing itself in this H4, where a wonder for the first time this entire game has
Dips
finally
on.
fallen below. Yeah, he's dipped under Hans's clock.
This makes me nervous because if A Wonder gets into the time scramble, if he gets in trouble time wise, it's such an easy decision to give back the advantage and bail out for a draw. That could happen. We could see another draw, which is not what we wanted.
Yeah, I'm starting to lean towards this G takes H5, Queen E4, Bishop C2. Just bail out, get me out of here. I'm under 2 minutes now. Like, and there's some dangerous lines.
Okay, but Queen E4 not 4. Oh, he takes on H4.
Oh, it could. It's not decisive yet. Wait a second. Could be a draw. Okay, I do hope though, if this does end up happening, we'll see Hans's decision.
Wait, but
Surely,
but Queen E4 is not forced, right? That's just
yeah. I
what
mean,
it
and
what it
he could go Queen G4.
what about
You're open.
is there any diabolical Rook C1 where you kill all the ideas?
Just Rook C1 here, but now no. So the point of Queen E4 was preventing Rook F4.
Yeah, and now Queen F2. Can you just hold everything?
Ooh.
Or is this too much?
No, 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 no,
Oh,
no,
it
no,
feels
no, no,
too
no,
much.
no, 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 no,
Okay.
no, no. I
Wait,
mean,
Rook
if you
C3?
no, come on, Bishop D1. I don't know something.
Bishop D1's crazy. That's awesome. Okay, yeah, this is saucy. I'm starting to get nervous for a wonder.
Yeah, it's but big decision moment. Hans, it's gonna be a back and forth time battle. Who's gonna keep up on time? He
H6,
does go
no,
Queen H6. Okay,
not Queen
so
H4.
what's the decision then after? Was saying I did see the suggestion. Of course, it's always on our mind. Bishop C2 here after Rook
Yeah,
G1.
but is it a win if you accept? And now
Take
Rook
take.
C3. Oh, you just move
Actually,
with the king.
hold
Wow,
on.
no way, bro. Hold up.
Okay, yeah, I'm crazy. You're
Rook
right.
G3, please. Oh my goodness.
You're right. I'm crazy. I don't know what happened to my brain for a second.
I'm
I'm so
supposed to be the
excited
crazy
about the
one.
king. Um,
It's so wild because it almost feels like Dark Square Bishop. I mean, the Black's Bishop is being more useful than White's Knight in this game at this point.
the bishop's being more useful, just giving itself up. Like this knight needs to find a way to sacrifice itself. Um. Okay, I don't see anything here though. Like I would love a fancy G5, but I'm just taking. It's too much. Rook F8. I was anticipating just here, but maybe there's something to be said about this.
Yeah, and it's I'm nervous for both of them. No, okay, I'm more nervous for A Wonder. Under a minute, A Wonder, stop it. You gotta move.
Ay, ay, ay.
Stop it, A Wonder. Bro,
Yep.
I need you dig in, bro. You
Yeah,
can't
he
you
his
played a great game. Come on.
okay, wait. Move. Queen
Queen G2.
G2.
Okay.
What? Okay. I guess he just wants Queen G5. He just wants to trade, be done with all this, and move on. But hold on. Bishop takes C4?
Okay, I
W-
take.
The,
You had to take.
yeah, Rook D4.
Uh,
Is this
Yeah.
not wait, Rook E4. Okay, maybe I go Rook F4 because of Rook E4. Because now Rook E4 doesn't stop the checkmate.
Okay, but is this endgame better for it's gonna be a draw. Queen G4.
Here,
Take
take.
the knight. There's no way you can win this. Black's
No, I
rooks are too
mean,
active.
yeah, I was gonna say if anyone, I'd probably take black here just because of the activity. I mean, endgames, any piece active in the endgame is good, but rooks especially. And
Yeah,
active, the
okay.
difference between an active and passive rook is astronomical.
Let's go back to the live board. Let's see. You should take C4. What if we just let you have that? We don't let it distract us. We just give the
You
pawn back.
play rook E1,
Yeah, rook G1 or something.
but I mean, now I don't know, I'm feeling things.
Oh, we're about to see it.
Yeah,
There it
bishop
is.
takes
Bishop takes
C4.
C4. Oh
Oh
no.
man, wait a second.
Oh
Danger
no.
zone. Danger zone.
Scared.
This, okay, I wonder should have a way to sneak out of this, but that's a
We
that's
didn't
a that's a
we
hit.
didn't want to sneak out. We wanted destruction, not
Yeah,
a fancy draw.
the computer is showing a slight edge for a wonder still, but I mean this is an initiative shift,
Yeah, he
and
lost what he had.
right, and those initiative shifts are tough to deal with in game. He looks he looks nervous, man. I wonder is
Dude,
oh
20
man.
seconds, bro. You gotta move.
Yeah, he
Did he
takes it,
play?
yes. Rook F4, and I think we are gonna see this Queen G5. Yeah, so we are seeing this on the board. Rook F4, Queen G5,
Oh no.
Rook Endgame,
This
and
is what I was
now
worried about, the bailout.
the bailout.
Ah, any world where he can win this is
Okay, I mean, as much as I'm pessimistic about White's position, they are still up a pawn, and the eval
whoa, hold
does
on.
suggest there's something. Like I was not convinced because of Black's activity, but
I
maybe
I'm
maybe
not convinced
you
still.
maybe you go aggressive. Maybe you say, "Hey, have my pawn. I play Rook D1."
Okay, so what? You want me to take, and you want like G3?
Yeah, push my pawn. I try and
Sorry,
checkmate
G6.
you. I play, I don't know, F4. Because in an annoying world like where you stop me on the D file, like maybe I go Rook B1. Although Rook D5 could be the move here.
At
And
the end of the day, I
maybe
don't have tons of faith in this.
it's not convincing. If Black gets King F7, then this whole idea is kind of garbage.
So is G6 essential? Is it worth giving up a pawn? Yes, it is. Let's go.
He played G6. Wait a second.
Only move that keeps the advantage.
Okay. So giving up the pawns and shifting. This is actually incredibly instructive. Incredibly. The fact that basically Hans down upon is kind of in this game because of the activity, but a wonder the way that he keeps that initiative, keeps that advantage, is not caring about the pawns, so giving back the material in order to be aggressive. Like if you ever have any doubt as far as the nature of rook end games and how valuable it is to keep active rooks, then this should settle those doubts for
Wait,
you.
there's two moves, two moves.
Okay, rook e4 hitting the a4 pawn. Very sneaky. And now some sort of like double up on the h file lingers. I don't think this is gonna happen, but it does linger. Um, or just man taking because of back rank. Because I would love to play here and take here.
Yeah, he's
King.
he's essentially tied down one of the rooks for black indefinitely, or you
Okay,
gotta
I
waste a ton of time to get out.
maybe king f8.
But
Just
even
just because
here,
I'm gonna be ready to take.
these other pawns stop you. Yes, e5 pawn still pins you down, and if you ever let a rook infiltrate, take on g7, that's I
It's a dangerous
this is
world
tough.
out
Okay,
there.
king f8, just f4.
Four, but
Well,
no.
I give you the check though. Maybe that's too much.
Yeah, maybe this rook. I don't know. Yeah, I take a3. Maybe
Yeah, you're
even
probably just fast
I can
enough.
double up. Actually, you have to be careful of me just attacking you with my rooks
Okay,
now.
not f4 then. Maybe rook to the b file.
Here.
Like you gotta get in somewhere.
Ah, man, this is a tough endgame. I actually do wish the players had at least some more time here. This is
No, they had 30-second increments. Fine.
it's just like such a fascinating endgame, and it easily could come down to just a time pressure
What
mistake.
I do like is A Wonder will push this for a win. He does
Yeah,
this all
and
the time. Pushes all the way to the end.
I'm actually yeah rook b1. I'm not. Ah,
Yeah, there is 30-second increment chat. Yes, yes.
okay. Hold on.
Okay, 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Yeah, let's stay with the game. Stay with the game here. Plays rook c3. That's fair. I was not convincing myself with king f8. But now we definitely have to anticipate rook takes a4. Should be the move.
Take take the A pawn.
Maybe what is his plan here?
I mean, maybe he says, I'll leave my other rook on the back rank and just play with the one rook to go gobble everything.
You go rook e3, rook a5.
But now you just push your pawn.
I thank you for your donation.
And I take the other pawn.
Okay, but oh, now this is looking very comfortable. Like your rook still sucks.
Yeah.
I think your rook has to like you have to do something
Wait,
with your
wait.
rook.
We got some moves.
Yeah, rook takes a4. Of course.
It's gonna be down to the wire, guys. I mean, now it's starting to look like A Wonder's winning.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
this is
this is
looking
still the
very
right
good for
move for
him.
Hans, though. Going like
And this
providing
g6 was
enough
so
chaos.
good. The g6 was such a good move. It's like that's so annoying. Like just a practical decision. That's freaking painful.
Hey, he made a move. I don't see it on the board. Did he play C5? Not updating for
Yeah,
us.
it looks like c5, yeah.
Yeah, you might have to do it manually because it also says he ran out of time.
There it is, c5. So he's prepping this rook e3. If you preemptively play king g4,
Ooh,
rook a6 even.
he's just gonna go take it all.
Oh dear.
He's gonna
Oh no.
he's forcing Hans to go crazy passive.
Yeah, I mean, what else do you do except rook e8? Because the rook on e6, but just hitting this e8 square itself is it's not just about a pawn. The rook being on e6 is a beautiful square for the rook. This yeah, I think Wonders he's headed in
Wow,
a
he's just gonna keep pushing the pawn. I don't believe in this at all.
okay. I mean, in comparison to rook e8 though, I like this better than rook e8. I mean, you just you try to give up this pawn for one of these at some point and say you're solid enough to hold. So rook e6, rook takes a3 would be the move. He goes king
Yeah, a
g3.
wonder, just king g3.
King
That
g3
feels
surprising.
too solid, but it keeps the advantage.
Yeah, king g3, because I would have anticipated like maybe king g4 as just being better, so you have the option of playing f4, but I guess it's not a
Whoa.
big deal. Rook c8. Han's
Okay.
creating some counterplay here.
Now it's a little scary. Rook behind the pass pawn, a little scary.
Oh man. Okay, now I will say I don't think Awonder is a slouch in the fast time controls, but if you were to say a blitz game, which is this is kind of in the territory of a blitz game, I definitely take Hans. Like Hans is a better blitz player.
And he's higher rated. He has a higher blitz rating than a wonder online.
Yeah, so the being in time pressure, I think does increase Hans's chances of holding this. Now, one thing he has to watch out for, he could just play something like Rook D1, and if you try to move your rook, you have to watch out for Rook C6 ideas.
Yeah, that's
Even though
ooh,
the
these are nasty.
Yeah, even though the rook feels nice on C8 supporting the pawn, it could be a bit fictitious
And
in
this
its defense.
this idea might be forced because you have to move that rook in order for the pass pawn to move forward.
Yeah.
That's a requirement. I mean,
So,
we have takes,
okay.
and okay, but now you get rook d1. Now the pawn is supported. Now
Now
king
King
g4.
G4.
Why
Yeah,
why not earlier? Why this
I
this
don't know.
this threw
That's
away the advantage. No.
that's
Oh my
what,
goodness.
that's what I was saying. But why
Oh.
not? Oh, because now, yeah, now he's facing Rook D1. There was some Rook F8 ideas. I think this Rook takes E6. I haven't been turning on the computer, but I'm curious about this position. So Rook D1 here still kept an advantage, but not entirely convincing. Apparently A4. A4 was the move where you just like very solidly play
But
this
they can't play
position.
this solid. Not with the time pressure. They won't do it.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
a
this
that's a tough. Actually, that the one thing I will say about this line that's really annoying is now Rook takes E6. You reverse this sacrificing the Rook idea, which is a little bit more hidden.
Yeah, no, this is looking like we're like a draw. It's heading towards a draw fast. Too many pawns coming off the board.
Yeah, King F8, I think now. You have to play King F8. The King F8 very useful. You get rid of all those back rank ideas. And this pawn's starting to shine.
But okay, like that pawn's not gonna make it through, right? We still have passed pawns.
Well, the benefit of having rooks behind the pawn, and yes, rooks, one of the rare times we can say rooks behind the pawn. Usually it's just one rook. But if I imagine a scenario, King F8, I don't know, here, and you attack my pawn. Okay, my pawn's not going through, but my rooks are operating more effectively than your rooks are operating. And hopefully that counterplay is enough to keep me in this game. King F8
Mm,
has been played. We're seeing moves rattle off pretty quickly now. I wonder going Rook B6.
B6. Okay, maybe he wants to push his pawn.
Yeah, get the rook out of the way, get it ready to defend, get it ready to, maybe go B7. Actually,
So what black has to push and play rook c3? What else does he have?
you could play King E7, just anticipating the rook moving
No way.
and opening up the F file, which is kind of a funny thing. But
F4?
if the king comes here,
Oh,
now
wait.
push.
He's reaching for the pawn.
Yeah, pushing does make the most sense. Like you want to push this pawn at some point. You might as well
Okay.
start here. Okay,
B2.
push. Let's see. Wasn't Rook H1 previously? Potentially the king would just go back in that line, I guess. Because the idea behind King F8, just worth pointing out, is to prepare C2, so no rook takes C2. So if the rook
Oh,
did
he
go
pushed
here,
F4.
he
He
goes
didn't go
back.
rook B2.
Yeah, I mean he's in no rush. He doesn't have to play Rook B2 until Rook D3. Rook d3 where rook d1 is threatened. Now rook b2, I think, would be forced. But I don't know about this because this does give the option of maybe playing rook d2 instead of rook c3. I don't know if this is any better,
Oh, there's rook d3.
but you have
There's rook
two rooks
b2.
operating, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, this is a tough decision, actually. I admittedly have no idea. I think you do want rook d2 just to leave the potential of rook d1. So
Oh,
this
for
rook feels
sure.
more tied down. But this does, I mean, the rooks here operating along the c file do look effective. So
And he
this is
plays it.
yeah, rook does, yeah. Slightly tough decision, but
Ooh, I like
still.
this. King f5. Says now what?
King f5, probably king e7. How do you make progress? Oh, wait, there's
Play check.
okay, king e7, check. I just go back. I have to be ready to play king g8 actually against rook h1. Like I think king e8 loses to rook h1.
Yeah,
No,
that's
okay,
oh.
rook
But
d. Oh man, it's not completely over, but it's not
it feels over. Okay.
not
Wait, wait.
easy.
Back on
Rook
the live
e2 is
board,
played.
rookie two.
Okay, preventing e6 because rook c5. Maybe
Ah,
king
this
e6 now.
is
Wait. Just throwing out random blunder alert. Don't play. This is a dumb
that'd be
line.
wild. Don't do it. Don't
This is
do
a
it.
dumb line, but I throwing it out there. Okay, rook b7. Very reasonable. The
He's still
downside to rook
pushing.
e2. I think now you might have to go back. Like you need to
He
threaten rook
does.
d1.
Is this where
So
we
the
see repetition? Do they go back and forth here? Rook b7, rook e2, and I think Hans is happy.
yeah, so there's also a funny idea here with rook h1. Black plays king g8, and you actually go for the draw this way, which is
That would be funny. Give black the queen.
check. You can never run this way to get out of the checks because the rook's protected. So that's mate, and it's
That
just
just
draw.
feels a little scary though.
That's
Okay, he
uh
goes back. This is I mean, this is the moment you go back, rookie two, and a wonder has to come up with something. Luckily though, he's the one with a little bit extra time.
yeah. I mean he's probably thinking about rook h1. Like this forces the draw, and he could just say, "Hey, GG, good game. I can't make progress."
He touched it, put it back.
He touched what?
He touched the rook. He was playing rook a7. Hope he moves it back.
Whew. Rook a7. Yeah, no rook a7.
Oh gosh.
But I don't know. I didn't think about rook a7, but I don't think I would think good things about it.
Okay, if
Okay.
Hom
Rook a7. The idea would be to drop back rook a1 after rook d1.
yeah. Okay, if Hans goes rookie two, it's repetition's really close. Oh, he comes out with his king.
Okay, now king e7. This does feel like the more secure. Like if you're okay with rook b7, king f8, then yeah, playing king e7 to me makes more sense, just more secure. So he's already established rook b7 here is fine.
Okay, can you? Is there any world where you come back with the king, like king e4? You try to like. I just no. There's too many checks. I think we're stuck in a draw, guys. I don't. I don't see a way to press. I wonder
Yeah.
probably very annoyed. Oh, there it is,
I
king
mean,
e4. I mean, he's trying.
he's
I applaud
trying.
him.
Yeah, this is the one part where I mean I doubt Awonder could really lose this, but you do have to be careful. Sometimes the adrenaline, you were better before and pushing for the win, and when it feels like it's slipping from your grasp, some players will struggle in accepting that, and they can push too hard.
So wait, can we push? Is there a place we can hide? Can we push F4 ever and pretend to hide somewhere? Like, just go for f6? Is there a
I don't
world
hate
there?
this. I don't hate this. This at least looks annoying. But maybe there's some annoying checks here. Check. I just want to check you forever.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. Oh, okay.
Maybe you could hide here, actually.
Okay, I like what I'm seeing on the board, though.
Rook b7,
It's
rook
still
f7.
it's an improved version still.
What's the follow-up? Forces the king there. Okay, he's covering that d2 square, so Hans can no longer threaten rook d2. Ooh, wait, this
Dang,
is
this
annoying.
this is like cute technique. If you
Oh,
were
this
like a
is...
top player, you could crack here so easily.
Yeah. Okay, king f8 makes sense. Just trying
Can
to
you
give the
play
king space.
can you play e6 now?
e6. To what end, unfortunately? What end is the question?
I don't know, I'm trying to make something happen.
I mean, is there...
Like I'm trying to force a
uh,
trade of rooks so
no,
then I
no,
can
you can't.
get
You
to
can't
an
push.
endgame.
Just check, and I take your pawn. I just take your pawn.
You take my pawn.
Yeah, I was getting lost in the thoughts about what e6 could threaten with rook f7 and e7 ideas, but it's rook e2. So but at f5 you might have similar issues now. Just that's actually super annoying. You have similar issues with the rook on d7 because it's not so easy to go king d5. King d5 now loses rook e8 here.
Gross. Gross.
Yeah, and another check. Man, that's actually crazy. F5, uh, White's king, Wonder's king here, is using this square for shelter so often that it's like you want to play F5, but you also want to like double. You want to put both pieces there and have the king on F5 too, because you just find yourself in so much danger if you push that pawn.
Damn. Looks like we're gonna be getting a draw, guys. But it was a very, very exciting game,
Man,
even with the
absolutely.
draw.
Yeah, is from both sides, like very commendable play. We'll see if Wonder can come up with any more ideas here to try. I would assume he plays at least a couple more moves just to try, like even if it's just like king f3 or king e3. Um, but it does seem like he's struggling to break through.
And
This
this
king
time
f...
king of four, king of five again. I,
what
I I get the vibe that he's spending this time to basically decide if I can find something, okay. If I don't find something now that I'm down to 20 seconds, I take the draw. Yeah, and I think this is the draw right here.
okay, always repeat once. Just be time gaining.
Mhm. There it is, going back.
Now the moment of truth. I think king f5 seems like the move if you want to try. Rook f7, just a draw.
Basically an offer.
Pausing, he's thinking a little bit more. Oh, he's reaching for the king. Whoa, king f3 actually. He
A
continued.
wonder. Pressing impress does not want to give it to him.
I mean it's
I like
smart.
the
Like
spirit.
the truth is the risk for him seems pretty low. Like even if you blunder one of these pawns, I don't think you're losing as white. So for the most part, it seems like a relatively safe uh position to just going.
Khan's probably a little annoyed, knowing that this is a draw, but he's pushing.
I don't know. I mean these positions, I don't know if I would be absolutely convinced this is a draw. Like we live in a world of stockfish where stockfish just comes up with incredible things. And sometimes it's hard not to think like, oh, there's some way that these pawns push to get an advantage and create problems. And even if it's not like I'm holding here, maybe one slip up allows f5 or e6 and then I am losing. Like it's these types of defenses are painful. Now, what's the idea though? Yeah, rook c3, king g4. Is he gonna play f5 after rook back?
We're about to see it.
Because now there's
Oh,
no rook
oh,
e2.
there's a check.
Oh, he plays rook g2 first.
And the bar goes up, but not hardly at all.
Just a smidge.
And he goes back.
Wait, so I this is like an anti f5. This rook g2 seems like it's trying to prevent f5,
No, soon
but
we're gonna run out of options though.
e6 now check. Wait, what can I play? I can play e6 now because check right here, check. Now I have king d4. Hitting your rook before you can take.
Oh, scary.
And you go back and I play f5 and my rook still. This may actually be why the bar jumped up because of this. Although, wait, is that the live position? Wait, the no, hold on. I just
Oh,
realized the bar after rook c8 went even higher.
wait, our bar shows completely winning. Yours
Yeah.
just shows slightly.
No. I'm looking at the one on screen. I don't have a bar on my screen. I this is all my brain. You can blame me.
No, he threw it away.
Oh, Tony just wants the decisive result. Um,
E6. That
what
was the move.
what was missed? Was it e6? That little progress? I mean, let me see. Yo, what? Oh my goodness. Okay, the win was very tricky. Rook h1 first, then e6. Because c1 takes rook d8.
Wait, he can find that. That's findable.
But oh, because now after this check, I go back and I hit this rook. And that's not the rook that's dropping back to c8. That's the difference. So in the line I was looking at, it needed to be king d4 because the king was on f8, so black could just take. The reason you force the king to g8 first is so that this rook can't just take. And this is
Yeah,
completely winning. That's tricky. Okay, so
he could do it though.
oh
It's in the
Hans
round.
Hans needs to realize the danger. I think he checks though. I think you go rook f8. Wait, does rook f8, sorry, rook f8, king e4,
Wait,
take,
there it
take,
is.
rook g4? How are we on theoretical draws here with this pawn being so close?
Okay, king f8 on the board.
Oh, he went back. Okay, so it's another opportunity. Wonder could find rook h1.
No, he doesn't.
Oh man. Ah, dang. I mean, that's tough. That's tough. The subtlety with rook h1 is because rook h1 was an option earlier and it didn't make any impact.
Okay,
So
king
understanding now that it
e7,
does is
king
tough.
e4. But maybe now f4, f6 has some more bite.
Mm, you're still running into rook e2 if you try to push.
It's got to be something. I mean, he's. I wonder he's gonna press and press and press.
Hey, we're not cheering for anyone. We're cheering for an exciting game, and them just repeating is not exciting. uh, at least not as exciting. Not as exciting. We just want more chess. We want more chess. uh, um. Yeah, I don't even. Do
It's
you just go
tense, man.
back? You just go back rook h2 and we start this all over again?
You see a check?
Oh, he's throwing the check. Yeah, this rook's not as worried about staying on the back rank anymore. I mean, king f3. Yeah, king f3, of course.
Goes
Rook
back.
h2 has to be.
Can we get f4 now? I mean, if you don't ever push it, nothing's ever gonna happen.
You might have. You might have do you have an issue? Check. King goes here.
Looking for checkmate, huh?
I'm looking for something. I want
Yeah.
something saucy. Surprisingly, no. Because if you go here, King D4. If you go here, King D5, like, is incredibly cozy. And now F6 is on the docket. So bringing the king to D5 was just silly.
And they've amounted quite the audience back there. Look at them. You can feel how tense the room
And that's
is. Look at
awesome.
that.
That's awesome. So maybe rook E2 here. Because king D4, maybe just rook C8 would be annoying. Or I just let rook D2 linger.
Now let's leave it on the live position. I wonder if our production team can put us on the just Hans and a Wonder camera view, just so we can see how intense it is.
Let's see that.
Love
Let's
it.
see that
Thank you.
focus.
There he is.
Oh wait, he was reaching for it.
I mean, this is like I mean, do I see some sweat on there? Like you're digging in.
Yeah, this has been a battle. I don't think I ever would have anticipated reaching this position from the middle game.
No, no way. Not from what we saw, but wow, they have like guardrails up and everything. That's cool.
That is serious. Gotta make sure they stay in their zone. No one's getting too close. This
He's
is this is
dipping,
gonna be the moment here. 'Cause
and
this
they look
is
so classy with their teacups. It's funny.
man the tea. Oh, I Hans has his teacup. I missed when Hans got tea. Is that when this game turned around?
Maybe the tea boost.
Tea boost. One well though. He's getting under 30 seconds. We're gonna see a move soon.
I
But
mean,
I
either
mean,
you take the draw or you push F4, brother. It's all you have left.
these are hard moments though because you're constantly faced with the commitment, right? And you never have to play F5, but pawns don't go backwards. When you
There
and
it
there it is,
is.
F5. It's
There
on
it
the
is.
board. When you do play F5, that pawn ain't never going back.
Dang.
That's
But to have
amazing.
waited all this time, the decision was easy. I just don't like the time pressure he put himself in, but okay.
Yeah. Pawns with a quick rook H3. So king, I think, has to drop back. He could go F2. This is a tough moment, but is this Hans gonna swing his rook over to B3 and now taunt rook B1, the opposite side, finally threatening something?
I wonder, not a lot of time.
This may actually make oh no, because you can't. I was wondering if this is ever interesting because after rook B3 you can play king E2, but you always have to watch out for rook E4 and that E5 pawn falling. So he drops the king back. Rook now goes H5. Wait, is Hans finally picking up some pawns here?
Oh, I don't
Check,
check.
check. This might just be repetition actually, depending on this king D7. If you go like king C7, I mean he probably can go king C7 too.
I mean, it feels like F6 is almost possible. He's really trying.
Yeah,
If you want information about the match, it's on social media, or you can check out any of Hans's socials. I'm sure you will see it. There's a big match banner.
yeah. King D7 on the board.
And another check.
I kind of expect either repetition here or king C7 and probably the bailout with rook D2.
And
Okay,
king back. All right. Here,
yeah,
maybe
king
we'll
back.
finally
Fine.
see it now.
Oh,
I
finally
think, yep,
time.
yep. We're gonna see it now. There it is.
Man,
Rook check, king over. No hesitation. He's pressed far enough. There it is. That base right there, that's the draw. Yep.
Yeah, wow. Oh
Dude,
man,
what a game,
what
my
a
guy.
game. Like
Wow.
honestly, not all draws are created equal. That's what I'm gonna say. Like the second draw, they drew the first game, but the difference between this game and last game, just incredible. This was an amazing, amazing fight. I mean, credit to both players. I wonder absolutely put the pressure, but Hans just kept in the game, kept finding some idea to challenge a wonder, and in the end, did it well enough to be able to hold.
Yeah, Hans, actually very impressive. Yeah, most people would have cracked, man. The
Yeah,
resources he found, even with those slow moves, he did it. He, I think he walks away being like, okay, cool. I got away. It's fine. I'm gonna come back. Match score, dead even, draw.
yeah, and I feel like this is a great start to the first day, right? Like they got to feel the waters, got to test each other out, see what both players are aiming for, their style, their feel, and now it should just set up the next days for even more action, more fight. Like I think they're ready to go now.
Yeah. Hopefully we see just nothing but spicy, crazy games looking forward because of this. I mean, they know they can tussle, they can go blow for blow. That's what we're seeing.
Oh man, and that last little view of Hans, that was very telling. That just whoa, like you could see the hands dropping back like whew.
There was
He
big
knows he
relief.
was in danger, but he held on very well. Yeah, just great for both of these players. Again, very very impressive. That is the final game for the day. These players are playing very intense schedule. They'll have two more games tomorrow. So, and they'll be doing that schedule for what, 5 more days? Just the back to back to back, 2 games a day, and lots of great chess that we'll be seeing.
So more excitement, guys. We hope to see you tomorrow for the next games, and we'll see you for that. We'll see you
Yeah,
around.
everyone, thank you so much for being here. Hope you guys have a fantastic day and catch the action in the upcoming games. But until then, you guys stay awesome and go follow these great players' example. Play this kind of chess.
Love it. Love it.
See ya. Day.